Hey. Hey ho. Ich bin sofort da. Meine Kaffeemaschine ist gerade noch am Laufen. Die hat ein paar Probleme gemacht. Und dann können wir direkt anfangen. Der Plan ist eigentlich wie gestern 3, 4 Matches zu reviewen. Also wir beenden heute hier die 2 von Day One. Einmal Spitfire und Shark. Und gehen dann zu Atlanta. Maybe noch Spitfire. Und das ist eigentlich der Plan für heute. Daher, ich gehe jetzt meinen Kaffee holen. Ich empfehle jedem auch noch einen Kaffee zu holen. Und dann geht's ab. So. Was will ich nur ohne eine Kaffeemaschine machen? Von daher. Let's go.
Are you guys ready?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta kind of throw it on here. I'm sort of ready.
Ersten Map ist Ilio.
He'll be kind of a substitute from here on out, and we'll see how he'll be incorporated in the rest of the season. But it makes sense for London to stick to the pieces and stick to what they know, as you said.
Yeah, unfortunately, what they know very well is Reinhardt, and Reinhardt's not fantastic on well. It's a very inefficient point for Reinhardt to try and rotate around due to that big old murder hole in the middle.
Backbone.
So show off a bit of flexibility here. Of course, no other tanks on the Spitfire, so it's the same tale again that we told for Florida Mayhem in our previous round. These tanks have their preferred heroes, but they also have to build up a roster of some geographically dependent heroes like Winston alongside the Reinhardts and the Sigmas to make sure that their map pool is not constrained by the single tank they have. Donghak coming out here on the Winston as well, and Lip. Oh, this is what we've come to expect. Lip Sombra, legendary for a couple of years, now even more damage, even stronger. That means more EMPs and more danger from a hyper aimer like Lip.
And interesting to see the Reaper from Backbone, and I mean this was the meta they left off with from their playoff run, ending in top 6. And
sollen wir über die Comp gehen? Maybe, no?
And then they beat those, and it's about London just.
Ich denke, Sparker hat hier hauptsächlich eine schwere Zeit. Wer konstant gepinkt wird von der Sombra und maybe gedived wird von der Tracer. Okay, von Tracer Winston, oh nicht. Mach den Caster mal.
Oh, what a dive from London Spitfire. They managed to isolate and find Vigilante, and now while Atlanta Reign are in control. No way. There's no way.
Yeah, the Aina's dead. There's no shot us. Swinning bros.
Well, we also need the point. It looks like London will go back to capture that. The pulse on the hottie will remove the armor. Yeah, it's the easiest target to hit, but boy's got a lot of health. Thick. But Landon is down for the count.
The stick off Landon.
Barely have any heals, so the flip was not successful.
Yeah, Lip managing to do a lot of damage there to try and rescue that. Backbone definitely should have been able to live for longer, but hey, sometimes the heals just aren't where they need to be. Admiral got a significant lead here on the sound barrier. He's able to do
Tracer from behind.
Because the uptime of Stalker and Lip is quite high.
Now London go towards the mini pack. Their backline getting pressured a bit by Stalker. As London just wait for the Kitsune rush. They've already had to use Suzu. Not ideal. It's pretty long cooldown. Lip in the backline. He's getting Megas hacked up.
The party almost EMP.
And the Kitsune rush was enough to zone out Atlanta Reign, and no kills follow up. Atlanta Reign's disengage was just that strong as they wait for the
bro, what the heck just happened?
A ton of damage, falls over. Admiral after to counter it as Donghak gets nanoed, has to use the primal, just taking so much damage. But it's a 4v4 unless Lip gets back anytime sooner than Sparker. Donghak is going.
Das ist so viel Investment von Atlanta.
On the other side, stomps on Admiral like a bug. We still have
EMP, Nano.
for how long? Lana Rain just
Was mit der Puls passiert? Wann hat die Puls benutzt? Oh, die haben 4 Ults benutzt. Im Fight. Why?
We still have London in control, but really for how long? Lana Rain just finishing off these last couple.
Ich meine, der Plan könnte genauso gut sein. Einfach mit EMP Nano Monkey reingehen. Easy clap. So nach dem Motto.
Donghak just turned Admiral into Estonia's most 2D man, absolutely squishing him. Backbone though, with the Death Blossom, how can this be dealt with? You can hack it from Lip, but the range is a little bit here and there, and you can boop it with Cheer. The sleep is also going to be good to try and constrain that. Atlanta Rain.
Oh, der Hack auf dem Lucia.
Resources are burned.
Nice.
An early resource, just a great bubble from Donghak to just separate all of London, but just overstayed his welcome a bit, being the first.
Das war so ein schöner Dive. Das war ein schöner Dive. Im Nachhinein wundere ich mich, warum er den Lucio gehackt hat. Weiß nicht, ob das der Call war. In dem Moment, wo der Lucio gehackt ist, jumpt der Monkey hier rein. Lucio kommt hinterher, aus dem fucking Nichts. Und das ist eine einzige Mess.
But just overstayed his welcome a bit, being the first to go down. You trade that with Sparker, 4v4. Atlanta.
I mean, to be fair, er hatte keinen Heal mit sich, außer den Lucio. Und Lucio wird nicht heilen in dem Fall. Oder nicht. Nicht so viel heilen. Boah, ihn Beat. Ich hab gerade EMP sagen. EMP is coming! Oh, der Blossom! Oh. Ja, ich meine, nicht viel zu sagen hier, ne? Hat der einfach den Picks gehabt.
If there's no tracer, you can't expect the
Schwierig.
to take that duel. You can't expect the Reaper to take that duel. The Reaper's never going to win that duel. He just can't control the spacing of the fight well enough to make that happen. And now it kind of falls to Admiral to make that happen, but it also means that there's so much freedom for Lip to try and set up as well, and that means that Donghak calls the 3-2-1 go. It's over. All of this happens at a very safe range from Fielder on the Ana as well, or Vigilante.
Even Spark at the end died with the overclock. So we go to Lighthouse, where I feel like this Reaper is going to be a lot stronger too, if London decide to want to play on the point. But I imagine it's going to be the battle of high ground. Stalker probably going to teleport them further up, go to the Tracer, and have a double flanker set up for Atlanta.
Verdammt, Discord. Oh.
A double flanker, certainly going to be where Atlanta Rain is going to get a lot of value, especially in the early season. I'm not sure what kind of patching we might see before our first big tournament, but Stalker and Lip going to be incredibly difficult to match here. Spark actually moving over now onto the Cassie does give him a better way to duel Stalker and force him out.
Yeah, Hadi used the bubble so early and just in the middle of the map and had to jump back. Landon is one.
Das habe ich nicht richtig gesehen.
He might not even be involved in this fight. No, he's been hunted down.
Lass mal kurz zurückgehen. Das habe ich nicht richtig gesehen. Ach, hat Brain aufgehabt. Dive auf Lil? EMP? Also, Translocator? Fair enough. Spitfire will hier Control nehmen? Ist aber anscheinend so indecisive. I don't know. Sparker könnte ja gut pushen. Wenn Sparker hier mit pushen wird auf den Punkt, hat London hier Point Control. Das Problem ist, Sparker wird hier gedived, weil er ziemlich alleine ist.
Yeah, how do you
Hardy jumpt wieder back.
so early and just in the middle of the
Yeah.
map had to jump back. Landon is 1 HP. They can't afford to lose him. He might not
I don't
even
really
be
know.
involved in this fight. No, he's been hunted down by Stalker.
Das war
He
greedy.
got disrupted from London, so the rest of the pieces will fall. And Atlanta just
Das war
have
greedy.
to be patient and wait for London to just get out of the middle of the map and follow them after like a shadow.
Oh, das hätte besser werden können. Das hätte besser werden sollen. Das Spitfire. Ich finde die Position nice von der Anna vom Vigilante. Er wird hier auch nicht richtig gedived, weil der Lucio immer back and forth, also immer die Anna contesten kann. Unterstützen. Supporten. Der Lucio wird hier immer die Anna peelen.
Often to try and heal up Landon, and that means that Landon is incredibly vulnerable, has to burn the Suzu early. Sustained pressure will destroy him.
Oh, Stick Miss.
Pulls,
Suzu out.
delivery, well, it didn't hit either way. Backbone's been hacked. But Atlanta
Oh,
Rangers
Lip goes down.
separate this
Hat er keinen Translocator gehabt?
Pulls, special delivery, well, it didn't hit either way. Backbone's been hacked.
Ah, no.
But Atlanta Range is
Oh, my
trying to separate this stack, not really fight into it, as you have Sparker just randomly shooting from the point, catches Lip. London are very good at commanding kind of this middle part of the map. Atlanta Rain are just trying so desperately to divide and to conquer. So you have the London Spitfire flipping over the point at 47.
Lip kommt hier mit einem EMP. Die Frage ist, wer wird man hier diven? Ich denke, Cassidy ist jetzt beste Dive-Target ungefähr. Maybe. Ich will versuchen, die Sound Barrier zu baiten. So. Die Frage ist, Atlanta geht davon aus, gehe ich mal davon aus, dass die, ja. Das war ein guter Satzbau. Ich gehe davon aus, dass Atlanta weiß, dass Spitfire Sound Barrier hat. Das bedeutet, Atlanta müsste in Lewis zu diven, um die Sound Barrier zu forcen. Dann kommt EMP für die Sound Barrier Useless zu machen, genau. Das wäre keiner der Plan. Nano Monkey, maybe? Nice. Okay, oder so. Huge. Hard focus los hier. I take that.
Knowing his spacing so well there, doesn't translocate out with 6 HP. Just like, yep, this is fine. Bleeding, one of his arms is hanging off. Yeah, tis but a flesh wound. I'll walk.
That's fine.
London Spitfire didn't even get the chance to respond to any of those ultimates with their own. But now
Das Ding ist, Spitfire hat hier alle Ults eigentlich. Wir haben ja auch mal 5 Ults. Also. Wait, warum hat er beat? Wieso hat er gebietet? Hä? Why? But I don't know.
London are just gonna send it to the point to get the flip as soon as possible, but they lost Landon during the cross. Sparker double kill. Sick to see.
Seien hier dead, das macht keinen Unterschied. Oh, die Slumber. Slumber spawn for Team. Oh, that could be huge. Sad.
That's one of the sound barriers of all time. The first time we're going to use that this season. And Schau not going to be happy with that one. Stalker looking for a way to move in with the bomb, but of course we once again have to talk about the Suzu dynamic. Landon thinking about having to save that, and now there's pressure on the point that's going to make Hardy miss position, and that means there's an open backline.
Oh. Stalker hat keine gute Zeit mit den Pulsbombs. Hat keine gute Zeit.
Of running this double flanker of Atlanta is you can have presence on multiple points of the map, but not enough to really dissuade London's attention as the score begins to close.
Hardy also responded super quickly to that dive, maybe a missed
Was eventuell interessant ist, mal zu highlighten. aufgrund von beiden Comps, die sie laufen, ist der Highground hier relativ obsolet. Es macht keinen Unterschied. Der Einzige, der hier vom Highground profitieren könnte, wäre für London der Cassidy. Oder die Anna. Das Problem ist, du hast nichts wirklich für die zu defenden. Die Anna kann hier stehen, weil Chio immer für sie peelt. Das Problem ist, Chio kann aber auch nicht permanent für sie peelen. Von daher, I don't know.
Just going to be able to dance in and out to contest, and so there's going to be pressure coming from the back, trying to force out that primal early, potentially.
Now Kitsune Rush available from Landon. Does Atlanta get the flip? And Backbone is maybe trying to contest and paid the price. So London may want to absolutely wait for Backbone for this Kitsune Rush. He's going to be the true star in that moment. And we're coming down to the final fight. Atlanta Reign looking to take Ilios. Donghack's been nanoed, and they want to get on London before they can even be ready. The Kitsune Rush is unleashed. Landon teleports out, but Backbone nowhere to be found.
Dong hat gerade so viele Cooldowns gebetet. Das macht absolut keinen Unterschied.
But do they have the damage? At least getting rid of Flip is one step. Equation. Atlanta Reign able to clutch up against the 3 or 2 remaining of London.
Close.
Overtime goes away, and Ilios will take Atlanta will take map 1.
What a brutal setup on top of Spark of Aerosol, hitting the ante, using the Nano Winston to force out that Kitsune Rush so that it could be used on the point where the contest was super needed. And honestly, this
Fair
was
enough.
such a quiet.
Double Rainbow. That's a throwback video. I don't know if people are old enough to remember that, but
Nichts Spezielles, wo ich wirklich drüber gehen will an dem Punkt.
I'm excited for the Brawl of London. It's a true throwback. Really the different versions of Brawl we've seen, at least from the
Gehen die alle High Ground? What? That's a thing?
Upon this, when Proper pulled out the Bastion,
There's no way.
Shock's Brawl. And it's that Bastion is a glass canyon, does insane amounts of damage in that tank configuration, but mostly useless outside of it, and you know, there's no utility healing that he used to have.
Ich mag den Reinhard hier.
Cassidy, magnetic grenade, huge for these.
Das ist eine huge Broadcom.
Close to the team, but you can also take off angles with at least a tumble that you can use. So I like Sparker going for
Weil
that.
eigentlich eher Rush. Ich Lucio May.
Depend on, at least until Lethal shows up. Either way, London have the Brawl on defense ready to go.
I love this Hanzo, but this drags us back to the debate we had on desk. Well, not really a debate. We were making the point that off-tanks are going to prefer, when they go up against the Reinhardt, playing the Ram. It's a lot more to their skill set. That's a wall, but it's going to force out Nemesis form from Hawk, so a major resource now missing, Lemon.
Oh, the shield is broken too. Hadi eviscerated.
Hadi ist gerade exploded, holy. Let's watch it again.
Well, not really a debate. We were making...
Okay, Hadi. Oder allgemein Atlanta versucht hier den Pillar zu halten. Das ist fein. Das Problem ist der Cassidy hier. Maybe. Die Wall? Ah, Hadi wird gewallt. Okay. Habe ich nicht ganz gesehen. Ja, das ist... That's a lot of damage. Hadi war hier dead. Das Einzige, was ihn hätte saven können, wäre noch ein Mortality. Ich gehe aber davon aus, dass er das auf CD hat. It comes too late. Ah! Ah, that hurts. That hurts to see. Die Lamb kommt. Way too late.
Once your Reinhardt is dead, there's just no chance of anyone behind it surviving. And you tried to run as fast as you can. Admiral just left everyone behind.
That's unlucky.
Has left the station. And Atlanta, that's a quick take.
Es ist auch ziemlich schwer, Reinhard gegen in die Compte zu spielen. Hab ich das Gefühl. Ich meine, Hadi wird gewollt und that's it. Also nicht nur Hadi, allgemein irgendwer wird gewollt und ja. That's the fight. Ist halt ein besonderes Problem, wenn es halt Hadi ist als Tank.
Flip's access to the high ground is going to be big, especially for point C if he sticks to that.
Oh, die Ball.
Strike, big to isolate these fights too. First May walls come up.
Das war close.
But I felt like the Hawk Doomfizz was so unsuccessful for Atlanta Reign on this map in particular. I want to say it was one of their lowest
Nicer Pick
rates when it came to
auf der
height,
May.
but just this random
Das ist ein
headshot,
Reset.
something you have to fear when it comes to Hunter.
Wenn die May hat, ist das bad. Verlierst deine Wall. Hardy goes down. Sparker's dead here too. Ja. Das ist ein harter Reset. Das war ein schöner Pick von Lip. Und das sollte eigentlich der Punkt sogar sein.
Hardy because now Stalker has a Blizzard, and in this matchup, the Blizzard is the kill Rhine tool. And to answer this, you need a sound barrier and you need an immortality field. London only has one of those, and Hardy can't even try to slam his way out of it. What is this early wall here? Nice engage.
Nice Amp Matrix too. This Blizzard is a Blizzard of all time.
Bro?
Oh man. Maybe it's one of those swap ultimates. I don't know.
Ich denke, was sie gekillt hat, war hier die Wall. Tatsächlich. Die Wall hier von Backbone. Das ist so ein Bye. Weil. Und der Charge von Hardy hier. Das war auch ein bisschen questionable. Weil er wird obvious hier gewollt. Und so, was soll. Wie soll er das überleben? Der Blizzard ist auch questionable. Der Fall war scuffed. Also, ja, unlucky.
And the skin's looking clean as well. Pick it up at the Overwatch League store now, I think for only 150 DAO tokens. Got my corpo responsibilities in, let's go. Hardy's got a slam here. Remember that the Ramatra shield is very inconsistent in terms of blocking these. It'd be very impressive to see an actual slam block.
Okay, Blizzard, pretty deep into the point. Oh, Deadeye. Sparker said, get away from me. Atlanta Reign, do you respect that? Oh, big man Ramatra.
Oh, for the clip. For the clip. Oh, Backbone hat gerade. Der Eisblock! Der Eisblock! What? Bro! You're fine? Hardy? You're fine? The charge? Bro? Hardy?
The slam, it only caught Fielder in the back, and Hardy was like, well, someone's gonna kill him, so fitting it be me.
Okay.
It down with the charge. Honestly, that third point was never gonna work out for uns.
Okay, mal kurz ein Breakdown von allen Fights. Es war entweder Hardy stirbt instant. oder Hardy charge von der Map. Also von der Payload weg. That's it. Ich glaube, Reinhardt ist hier nicht das Go-To. Hardy wird ja exploded. Hardy explodiert hier einfach wie kein anderer. Ich glaube nicht, dass Reinhardt hier der Pick ist. Weil Hardy kommt nicht mit Reinhardt in die Close Range. Das ist ähnlich das Problem von Infected gestern auf Arktika.
Hawk's flexibility of being able to power block on the Ramatra and still keep going shows how it's another version of a brawl that you can run and is very viable.
Alright, so the tempo tank, as Ramatra is known, might be at a slight disadvantage.
The tempo tank. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Control how the fight goes down due to being able to pressure the point with their movements, and that seems like what Hardy's doing at the moment.
Das ist so ein weirder Begriff, Tempo Tank. Was für ein Tempo? Ramada hat kein Tempo. Bro? Lip is going? Kriegen wir ein Replay davon?
Quivered in my boots. These headshots just catch you off guard every single time, and onto Landon, one of the most important people
That's
in
crazy.
London.
That's the thing.
Notorious LIP coming in big again today, and I really do think that London Spitfire could have been using that.
Ich denke, wenn Hardy hier wirklich Ramatra switchen würde, wäre besser. Hardy hat jetzt erst 36%, das ist absolut nichts.
Maybe a bit of that too, but trying to get on top of this route that you see on Lips right is where Hanzo's on the offense want to begin. Or even
Ich meine, jeder dodgt den Hammer und it's fine.
Staircase can be an option too, but Lip knows where you're gonna
Nice Dragon Strike.
and he knows where you are right now. The Dragon Strike behind London as they're just trying to have a stable push. At least
Contesten die das?
able to have a response.
Spitfire contestet das immer noch.
To start going towards the point. They have the dragon
Keep going.
just to seal up the area, but they had no idea.
No.
I guess still on the point. They thought they had retreated, so Stalker throws a blizzard inside of Hotel, where London.
Oh, Hawk ist keiner.
Just a lack of scouting from London. Truly goofy that.
Oh.
Truly, it is a tempo.
Wie überlebt Hawk das? There is no shot.
Caught with an amplification matrix, gets out with 1 HP and catches a mega. Now Hawk able to just contest this for a while longer. He's got an armor
Wir chillen hier in der Wall. Sobald ihr pushen, ultet Hawk hier. Mit der Annihilation. Das Ding ist, Atlanta will hier die Corner spielen. Das ist der beste Weg im Moment. Was maybe ein Ding sein könnte. Ich sage könnte. Wäre, wenn Backbone hier einen Highground nimmt und hier maybe einen Angle bekommt. Maybe könnte. Okay, hear me out. Ich denke, die Strat hier wäre maybe das Sparker als Cassidy. Hier durch Hotel maybe einen Off-Angle hat. Und gleichzeitig Backbone hier oben steht. Und hier ein Crossfire haben. Sodass, wenn man. Ja, second. Ah, nicht Paint. So, let's say. Maybe nicht hier. Kriegen wir hier eine Overview? Okay. Let's say hier. Bro. Hier. Let's say. Du hast den Cassidy hier. Im Hotel. Und Backbone als Hanzo hier. Also hier auf der Plattform. Das bedeutet, du hättest hier einen Deadly Angle, keiner. Mit einem Crossfire von hier oben. Und maybe so. Gleichzeitig pusht der Reinhardt. Haben wir hier rein. Boom, dead. Der einzige Weg, wie sie das countern, also das ist auch relativ easy zu countern, muss man dabei sagen. Oder zu der Schauen von Atlanta. Ich meine, obvious, du siehst, dass hier ein Cassidy fehlt, du siehst den Hanzo hier rüberlaufen. Das bedeutet, dass Lip ihn hier oben challengen wird. Lip wird auf jeden Fall den Hanzo hier challengen. Und ich denke, der Plan eher wäre, dass Cassidy hier eine Distraction ist. So dass man maybe ein bisschen Unruhe reinbringt. So nach dem Motto, there's a Hanzo on top, there's a Cassidy right, Reinhardt's pushing. Und du bringst einfach Panik rein. Weil alles gleichzeitig passiert. Und das ist der Plan dahinter. Ich meine, dran hast du die auch Shatter. That's a big one, that's a big one. Nice.
London will get the second tick, and with that late pick on the lip, should be enough to get the cart going.
Was natürlich auch geht, wenn der Hand so hier das Crossfire macht, das ist way safer als hier oben. Muss ich dabei sagen.
Front-loaded damage here seems to be working out in terms of like they're not playing as much utility with the May to try and constrain Hawk's maneuvers, but what it does mean is that when Fielder is concentrated on healing Hawk, the healing often isn't enough just due to the concentration of fires. We see Hawk die through that sound barrier. Another annihilation actually. Did Hawk not pop the annihilation in that fight? It looked like he did, but maybe I was imagining it. Maybe I saw it in a dream.
It's glowing.
Maybe what?
What am I witnessing here?
A dragon and Hawk isolated away from everyone, but I'm surprised.
Versuch mal mehr zu zeichnen. Ich lass es mal offen.
Like you said, and Lip gets picked off. He couldn't jump around the library corner in time. And the annihilation just wasted, just didn't have enough support. Might have been even cut off from his supports because of the cart positioning. So a flop fight from Atlanta gives London a chance to get closer to point B.
Yeah, Hawk definitely probably could have just had this whole team disengaged there and take a more preferential fight, jumping into the middle of 5 people with annihilation.
Geh mal hier vom Breakdown. Ziemlich schnell. So obvious, die Wall von der May war gewastet hier. Die Wall hier ist wasted. Oh, die Lamp. Hat Hawk erwartet, dass er hier rüber backupt? Oh, that's bad. London könnte Hawk hier easy pushen. Das war die Maybach hat hier Hawk gekillt. Oh. That's sad. Hawk hat hier zwischen Payload und Maybach gestanden. Also die Maybach von Stalker war das, by the way. Stalker hat hier... Ich will nicht sagen, Stalker hat hier Hawk gekillt. Hawk hat das schon selber hingekriegt. Hawk hat einfach anstatt nach links um die Ecke zu seinem Team backuppen müssen. Und hoffen, dass sein Dragon Strike überlebt.
Take a look at Fielder. The surprise factor is big, but they know it's coming. And there it is. London, they try to disperse, but still facing it. Hottie takes a headshot. Shield busted. And London head for the hills and where the car...
Wait. Ich will noch eine Sache vorschlagen. In dem Moment, wo Hawk hier isolated ist, also hier ist der Dragon Strike. Zu dem Fall. Und jetzt muss Chio kommen. Wenn Schau ihn hier jetzt rüber speeden wird, in dem Moment, das wäre auch noch ein guter. Das wäre auch noch eine Chance, wie Hawk das hier überlebt. Jetzt ist schon zu spät. Instant nach dem Dragon Strike hätte das Speedboost kommen müssen. Von Lucio. Für das zu contesten.
Burn will be easy as Spark starts to channel the Deadeye to buy some space for this car to roll on up.
It was a little early, but around the corner is Atlanta, ready to pop the Ant Matrix. Take a look at Fielder. The surprise factor
contestable,
is big, but they know it's coming. And there it is. London, they try to disperse, but still facing it. Hottie takes a headshot. Shield busted. And London head for the hills, and where the cart is right now is really how Florida and Schau, how they struggled.
Es war ein Window für den Punkt, das Smurf. Es wird feiert eh keine Ults im Moment. Die haben Shadow, das könnte scary werden. Die haben Shadow und keinen Beat. Das ist wichtig. Und die haben Window. zoning.
To protect him, some amazing peel is coming out, but you need to remove London from this card. It's meters away, and Lip is definitely showing that he's the better Hanzo here, just constantly getting picks for his team. And eventually, now point B is capped, and every stagger here will matter as Atlanta just hope to conserve their own lives, and maybe Stalker even still committed as he pops a wall behind Adi, but that was just a distraction.
I mean, a lot of that came down to a nice little play from Admiral, booping Hawk into the Dragon Strike. Can't block that as it is all-encompassing where the damage comes from. Lip is going to be a little bit less safe on the high ground here as well, but who needs high ground when you've got double damage coming out from the Ant Matrix? London, though, you can tell how experienced they are at this wine comp. It's a clean...
Das ist ein Lamb. Das ist ein huge Cooldown. Das ist der Go-Button für Atlanta. Hardy? Warum war der da? Warum war Hardy da? Ich dachte zuerst, die committen hier rüber rechts. Ah nein, Hardy chargt hier einfach allein rüber. Und er denkt sich so, yup, you're dead, bro. You're feeding. I mean, dazu kommt, dass Backbone noch gestorben ist. Ich weiß nicht, was Hardy da gesehen hat. Maybe war es aus seiner Perspektive werf. Oh, das ist ein huge Pick. For free, and if you can get that space for free, you can get that push for free, and you can try and turn this into a one-fight scenario.
Just obviously the elephant in this room is how big the gap is.
Oh, die Lip of Widow. Jetzt.
114 if London even finish.
Shatter?
As quick as possible. Hottie Shatter. Only it's Hawk. Good ice block from Stalker to avoid it. Dragon Strike from Backbone to keep Atlanta trapped in as they re-engage now with the sound barrier of Chio. Trying to collapse on the Hottie while the shield is low. Deadeye from Sparker will force Atlanta back. It's a chess match between the
Oh, der ist nowhere. Was macht Hawk hier?
He's going in at 40 HP. That's so greedy. The Ant Matrix from Landon in his face did not help either as the sound barrier from Admiral is the final nail in the coffin. They can live through this blizzard that was successfully dropped by Stalker. So the push will have to take a few more seconds for London, but somehow with the lip swap to Widow and also Fielder at the back corner, they got some necessary picks to possibly salvage this defense for Atlanta.
There's no way.
I think Fielder left and they clutched up.
Hawkfist is crazy, comes back as fast as you want with the combination of slam and punch, and then Fielder gets a clutch immortality field as well to
Lip of Widow ist hier so scary.
Not worrying for his life.
Vor allem im Overtime-Szenario. Oh, der Pick war noch sweet. I mean, it doesn't matter, aber das war disgusting. That's true. Oh, das war nice. Das war schön gespielt. Ich denke, der Reinhard hat hier den Unterschied gemacht, tatsächlich. Also die Tank-Kombi. Hardy hat einfach keinen Platz gefunden, wirklich. Was ist hier? Post-Reveal.
Infected's Hammond.
Yeah, Infected's Hammond is absolutely fantastic. And Levin, I'm pretty sure that Shock are going to be putting a lot of effort into this particular matchup to not lose to the up-and-coming Dark Horse Contenders team, because you know,
das haben wir gestern gesehen, oder?
Fans of San Francisco Shock on Twitter would have some very measured responses to that set of events if it were to occur.
Okay. Mayhem versus Shock. Let's go. We're not Mayhem.
Ready to bring out a couple of surprises here. One thing I'm going to be particularly looking for is whether Checkmate, if he's got the Tracer to try and keep either Hisang or Proper in check, who are both legend tier Tracers in their own right.
Yeah, just the hero pool overlap in the shock is what's going to be most interesting. You know, from the scrim box, it's looking like he's saying taking over for the tracer.
Welchem Checkmate? Nicht irgendwo anders?
Proper was a flex god, you know, from Genji meta, tracer meta, whatever it is, like he pulled it off. And there's a lot of hype behind Florida too, who made some upgrades as well in their support line. They have Sauna as this new flex player, can play the tracer, can fill in the gaps, and Merit, who I feel like was this kind of horizontal trade, not really like an upgrade over Hydron, but equally can be that hit scan.
By the way, das können wir was highlighten. Er hat in 2020 Season 60% Playtime auf Genji. 2023 no stats available. Ja.
Sojourn whatever that the team needs, and let's roll out on Village Nepal.
Alright, Ramatra in action here. Not too many Ramatras that we've seen in pro play recently. It's been very heavily Ryan favored, especially in North America. But like Custer said, San Francisco Shock, we've been cooking up in Korea, so maybe some separate influences have been seen.
The Bastion. I did not have proper Bastion on my bingo card. I'm not gonna lie. Great boop though from Vindime. Making sure that proper is well protected. The reason why you have this Cassidy Bastion mix-up, at least in the Pro-Am qualifiers, which is the best evidence of the meta, has been around. The Bastion can't hold off angles as well, has to play stacked on the team. Cassidy has more mobility, has more protection, self-peel really. And I was not expecting proper to pull that out. I thought he'd have the Cassidy to maybe match Merit, but for now it will be the Shock on the point.
Not gerade allein den Proper Bastion sehe ich schon. Irgendwie cool.
That's where Junbin comes in, using the E of Ramatra in order to try and slow down rotations that would punish that lack of damage that could come out of the Bastion between cooldowns.
Looks like checkmate. Just kind of poke the point, just to draw some attention. He's saying, not playing that stack.
Ich will mal kurz aber was gehen. Und zwar, wie man den Punkt hier richtig hält. Weil ich das Problem für viele im Blatt sehe ich. Oder auch alles unter Blatt ungefähr. Du hältst den Punkt hier nicht direkt auf den Punkt. Das funktioniert nicht. Der Weg, wie man den Punkt hält, ist durch den Highground. Ja, keine Ausgabe. Anyways. Das ist einmal der Highground. Und hier oben der Highground. Über dem Punkt. Das ist eigentlich no way, jemals hier runter zu droppen, solange der Punkt nicht contested wird. Es gibt eigentlich keinen Grund, hier runter zu droppen. Weil, wenn angenommen, Proper hält permanent hier den Engel. Also nicht nur angenommen, der wird hier permanent den Engel haben. Oh, maybe. Maybe kann ich hier was zeichnen. Der wird permanent hier auf dem Highground stehen. Und maybe halt hier rüber rotieren. Das ist so die Main Rotation für Shock hier. Der Einzige, der hier droppen wird, oder ja. Das machen wir jetzt einfach mal gelb. Die Leute, die droppen können, sind May und der Ramatra. Gibt es auch irgendwie ein bisschen intensiver hier. Die zwei. Das sind die einzigen, die mehr oder weniger aktiv den Punkt contesten. Weil das ist beides Close Range Guys sind. Genau. Ja, macht Sinn. Das Ding ist, Mayhem kommt hier hinten rum. Ich mache jetzt einfach für Mayhem. Hab ich hier Lila? Ich habe hier keinen Lila. What? Rosa. Nehmen wir für Mayhem einfach blau jetzt. I don't know. May kommt hier rüber. Wo ist die May? Interessiert mich. May ist hier. Warum ist die May hier? Mit dem Los hier. Die May sollte hier eine Wall hinsetzen. Sobald die das pieken. Wenn die May, sage ich jetzt mal, hier stehen wird. Ich mache jetzt einfach schwarz für May. In dem Fall. Bei der Call ist, die kommen rechts. Das heißt, die May sollte hier hin rotieren. Oder zumindest mal auf dem Platz hier rotieren. Für eine Wall entweder so. Oder maybe sogar hier drin, wenn sie lucky sind, zu setzen. Wow, ist das gekauft. Das Ding ist, hier wo Jambin steht, ist keiner scary. Not gonna lie. Der Fakt, dass die aber nicht richtig gerade gestorben sind, hilft halt. Aber angenommen, das wäre jetzt Anfang vom Fight. Ja, auch, oh, wer ist hier hinten kein Los hier. Ungefähr. Angenommen, das wäre Anfang vom Fight. Die kämen hier oben rum. Wird die May für eine Wall hier suchen oder hier? Während Schock sich hier irgendwie aufhält. Und nach einem Enge sucht. Und what the heck ist das? Das ist reines Cleanup. Aber wenn Mayhem hier einen Fight nimmt, gehe ich da eventuell nochmal drüber. Mayhem will Main gehen, oder? Mayhem hat die Option, einmal hier Main zu gehen. Für den Point hier zu contesten. Sie könnten hier oben Shock contesten, was ziemlich dumm wäre. Hier oben reinzulaufen. Oder sie könnten versuchen, hier drüber den Highground zu contesten. Das sind 3 Möglichkeiten. Tracer geht links. Mit Lucian. Sobald Checkmate. Okay, Checkmate und Lucio contesten. Mayhem pusht hier unten.
Even the bubble from someone to protect him. 75% plus though for the shock. Like, we need to see Florida use these ults to get something out of it. All Mara did was really zone out and Nano jumps on in. Maywall for the shock.
Doch nicht, oh Mann.
Maybe even find a split. I think he's saying was just ice block. Junbin is also sleeping.
Proper hätte ja sterben sollen. Oh, Proper ist dead. Ah ne, ist hier gestorben. Am Burz. Huge.
Fire managed to find the chaotic fight where you could really see the Cassidy excel. Opening up space with that Deadeye was super important. Knowing that San Francisco Shock, the poke that they can manage with both the Bastion and the May, who doesn't suffer from damage drop-off, and the Baptiste is simply so much better. And now Finn moves away.
Beide Teams haben hier Sound Barrier. Huge Cooldown. Oh, nicer Pick auf den Cassidy. Papa sucht hier eine Ult. Sollte. Ah, Mann. Unlucky. Oh, die Wall. Amatras Ult ist so gut zum Contesten hier. Das macht so viel. Oh, der Lucio ist dead.
Shock's movements are looking super clean here. They're able to outmaneuver Florida Mayhem on the first fight, which is so important, because then you can start to lock down those points of ingress with your spam. Florida Mayhem, they need to maybe be a little bit slower, more judicious on how they try and create off angles to generate space for merit. Because if they move too soon again and get someone's engagement booped by either Vindime or Finn, then they're going to be in big trouble. San Francisco Shock now. The whole comp swap up is interesting in that it can kind of pre-counter any adjustments that Florida Mayhem might be making against the previous comp that was exhibited.
Got the very famous he sang.
Der Ball macht ja auch Sinn. Darum Mata hier kann wirklich. Ich denke, Mata wird hier auch Sinn machen, to be fair. Wenn wir hier schon die Top-Down-View haben, nutze ich die jetzt auch. Ist ja zugemacht. Also. Das aussieht, wird er seinen Highground gehen? Prinzipiell ist hier. Oh, ups. Das hier ist ungefähr Point Territory. Das ist der Punkt. Ah, maybe das hier noch. Das kann man noch dabei zählen. Das bedeutet, jeder, der da steht, sollte Point Control haben oder will Point Control. Wir haben hier zweimal High Ground. Die Frage ist, das interessiert eigentlich keinen wirklich. Maybe die Anna. Maybe kann man drüber reden. Dass die Anna sich irgendwie hier hinstellt. Dass man hier einen Engel hat. Dass man hier den Engel hat. Und maybe auch, wenn man so steht, hat man hier keinen Engel. Das Problem dabei ist, der Monkey wird jetzt diven, der Lucy auch. It's not gonna happen. The safe Welt wäre die Anna ist hier. Durch den Zen. Das ist auch machbar. Aber ist trotzdem scary. Ich denke, die Anna ist schwierig, auf dem Punkt die Anna zu spielen, finde ich. I don't know, ich sehe Anna hier gar nicht, ganz ehrlich. Ich finde es ja so ekelhaft, mit Anna eine gute Position zu finden. Abgesehen von dem Highground hier. Du kannst maybe noch hier um diesen Pillar spielen. Ist aber auch ein bisschen. Ja. Fuck. Bisschen scuffed. Wait a second. Mach eventuell mal WhatsApp zu.
Point first. See it at the shock, just setting things up, allowing Florida to just stay in the middle of the map, taking angles around them. But there's already 2 picks from Florida who took the initiative.
Das war ein nicer Slam.
The shock. Many areas try and just.
War ein nicer Dive.
Florida out of position. We're going to be present on the point first. See it at the shock, just setting things up, allowing Florida to just stay in the middle of the map, taking angles around them. But there's already 2 picks from Florida who took the initiative before Shock were even set up. So at least Florida capping first here is great for them.
Das Problem ist. I don't know. Ich glaube, Florida, Schau hat ja nicht das richtiges Setup. Die hatten irgendwie Probleme, sich so zu stellen, wie sie Bock haben.
Checkmate now, looking to try and find an insertion. However, that is an unhacked health pack behind them. Could be useful for the wrecking ball. At the moment, someone doing a huge amount
Lucy Dead. Ja, hier der Kilko-Switch war. Der ist huge. Ist einfach der Lucy Dead. Unlucky. Also, 4% dafür Mayhem. Und das war fucking free. Papa hat ja Puls. Die einzige, die gerade was machen kann.
Looks like most of Shock have died as well. Florida looking like they're chilling. They got the ults. Kitsune rush 2. RuPaul much ahead of that over Finn, 20%.
Oh, der Kästi kann sterben. Huge.
As Mara goes for a Deadeye. Didn't expect the Somber from behind. Florida will do this Kitsune rush down.
Oh, addresses one.
Up to Checkmate to really pump out this
The beat.
to really coordinate around him. Florida will use the sound barrier and they gotta just dump ults. I like the way they're cycling it. It's 85% plus. And Florida are one fight away from forcing the round 3. Shock if disengaged, will come back for more.
Das war's. Die zu chasen. Ich denke, Checkmate kommt jetzt zurück, ja. Shock hat ja 5 Ults. Dürfen auch nicht zu filmen wissen.
The Shock, they're all stacked up. 2 great pile drive from Junbin, Kitsune rush, and the EMP from the Shock. Keep in mind, like even if they win this fight, they gotta go 0 to 100. Close out Nepal in quick fashion. So it was an expensive fight. Now they just flipped.
Shock hat noch Sound Barrier am Puls, das ist huge. Und Junbin ist wieder bei 50%. Hat gerade mein Film benutzt. Das war das, ey. Oh! Huge.
RuPaul just teleported 2 at 1 HP. This might be a target that he's saying improper gonna go after. As a flip is already beginning for the Shock, or sorry, for the Florida Mayhem. Now the Shock have to fight this on the objective. 99% for Florida. Checkmate.
Der Flip ist nicht gut. Mein Field.
As he tried to collapse here on this backline, Junbin also lays the mines down, so some real estate for the Shock as they hope to retake, so they can take the fight elsewhere. And the kills are at least coming in the way of the Shock, and they'll get the flip shortly, as Florida will have to fight back another day.
Close.
However, they did buy themselves even
Sad.
time and crucially deny it from Shock Lemon. I hate to speak ill of the MVP, but in that fight, Proper needed to mark Checkmate better. The fact that Checkmate could get in onto this mobile backline, basically uncontested, and take out Finn is a bad sign for Shock's timing. However, now Junbin's got the scout, and that's going to make
Shock hat ja fast DPS jetzt. Oh. Fortnite Slam. Zoning. One. Mein Gott. There's no way das...
Damn, that thing goes far. Either way, Florida down 1. Shock really are just depending on either EMP or Kitsune rush. Florida's just falling like dominoes before they can even.
Oh, das ist huge. Shock gewinnt das ja ohne Ult.
As the Shock are really truly and hoping to do the 0 to 100 comeback.
Oh wow.
Das ist huge.
Just continues to build more time. The San Francisco Shock have had stolen away from him 2 fights in a row now, just due to point control. Merit, after having used the Deadeye, swaps over onto the Sombra. Is going to control health packs and deny Junbin the ability.
EMP is coming.
As well as gives good
You are dead. EMP is coming. You are dead. Never mind. EMP is not coming. You are feeding. Ah, Papa.
have the health to work with, and they chase around the shock even through the Kitsune rush of Finn.
Oh, der Spot auf der Summer gerade von Chorong. Proper hätte ja aber auch nicht sterben dürfen. In dem EMP. Der EMP kam noch rechtzeitig, meiner Meinung nach. Der EMP war nicht schlecht. Ah, Proper ist einfach reingeblinkt und exploded. Das ist unlucky. Here we go. It's actually Schau here. I think this is how a fight was set up. Oh no, it's Alter. Beat kann man auch Dodge.
That's a trauma response for any support players who are in the chat.
Yeah, if you know an EMP is coming, definitely dropping the barrier after is important. You're only hacked for a second. But man, that extra damage, the initial damage of an EMP is a big fight setup. Ultimate. As we go to Sanctum. Got proper on the Sojourn.
Ich denke, der Sigma hier ist der richtige Call. Amata könnte ja auch funktionieren. Bro. Oh, sad. Der ist ein Shot. Sick and die? Sick and die? Bro? Das war so scuffed. Das war so scuffed gerade. Jump in?
So Florida can kind of advance themselves towards the point. Anyone want to cap? This is the longest I've seen the point not get capped, especially when there's two tracers that are usually used to anchor that objective. Finally, Florida remembered the whole point of this game. Someone is there. He's over on the right side, but he got full spams.
It took a while to cap. Yeah. I think it came down to some good discipline.
Eventuell kriegen wir hier gleich eine Audio. Das wäre mal cool. Mal kurz sogar was verleiten.
Oh, Proper's in trouble. He used the jump, couldn't grab the mega. And Florida have control of the pillar side. They've even nanoed Maris for the extra firepower. This is a pretty flawless.
I mean, it's unfortunate, aber.
Yeah, Visuma's doing very well. Unfortunately, no Suzu to keep Merit alive.
Unlucky.
And Finn's time to shine as the holdovers from a previous San Francisco shot. Galas, the chase of three.
Hier. Wir nehmen das. Damit kann ich leben. Der Weg, wie Mayhem das hier hält, ist hauptsächlich über die Side. Da kommen wir bleiben einfach. Bei Rot als Objective. I don't know. Da drüber halten die das. Weil die ganze Zeit Merit und Someone können entweder von hier aus so runterschießen oder von der Seite aus contesten. Und es ist so hart, diese Bunker-Comp hier zu pushen. Der einzige Weg, wie Florian das hier pushen kann, wirklich, realistisch, ist entweder straight hier drüber zu laufen. Ja, nur um mal was klarzustellen. oder wer hier? Hier rum? Was einen selben Effekt hat, weil Mayhem in dem Fall einfach hier rotieren wird. Mayhem würde einfach gegen rotieren, stehen auf der Seite, selber Effekt. Jetzt könnte man das Argument machen, okay, Schau könnte ja hier runter droppen, in den Raum. Ja, wie gesagt, selber Effekt. Die Sidelines. Es ist so hart, das da zu contesten. Ohne effektive Picks.
interesting to respond to, as you're likely going to use it to try and deal with the Kitsune Rush going through from Brupal. Checkmate maybe could stick Finn.
Schock hat hier Trance, also die können hier theoretisch einfach reinpushen, genauso wie ich eben gemeint habe. Jumping contested. We go in. Wir haben Trance. Go in. Das war ein bisschen... Maybe ein bisschen early von Finn.
Junbin not able to use the primal in time is curious. Didn't get to see if it was just the burst or wanting to use his next fight. I don't know, but 74% more for Florida.
A little bit of a grog caveman rush there, honestly, from San Francisco shot. Pop trans, press W, and Proper just gets caught up taking too much.
Ich finde die Trans auch ein bisschen early. Wenn die hätten ein bisschen delayen können, das wäre huge. Ja, lieb. So, ja, Prime. See. Oh, die Ender-Stat für Mayhem. Das ist huge. Oh, der Flux ist huge. Florida tut hier einfach cool. Fair enough. Huge. Das war schon... Wie gesagt, das ist ein verdammt harter Punkt. Wait, highlight proper? It's Tracer. See that? Sad.
Second from champions, our runners up last year is the word that I'm looking for is such a show of prowess and absolute daunting talent from this new constructed roster.
Nah, you don't show that. I mean, Jumbo by that anyways. It's one reset. Das war eh ein Reset. It's fine. Jumpin hätte hier eh nichts machen können. Das sind immer noch Highlights, oder? Ja. We go for King's Row. Den Windhorn. I like that. Besser als Rainer. Not gonna lie.
For now, it's just initial shots from the shock. Just trying to see where Florida are coming from. I wonder if they're just
Semi-Status. Oh, Traceative. It's a huge pick. Unlucky.
So Shock seemed a little confused on how to approach that.
I wonder what Vindim's role here is going to be. You might even try and
Unlucky mit dem Jump.
Here as Velucio and try and speed Proper into maybe through Hotel into a slight off angle and force maybe a rotation towards Bud.
Also ähnlich wie eben. Die Defender halten das in der Regel von hier oben. Maybe hier hinten den High Count dann später. I mean, ja. Hauptsächlich Merit von Chiron wird ausgesprochen. I don't know. Auf jeden Fall Cassidy und Anna stehen im High Count in der Regel. Shock kann keinen von beiden wirklich diven, weil beide halt Support haben. Außer Proper landet ein Lucky Headshot oder so in dem Moment und it clicks, right? Someone rotiert hier einfach, wie er gerade mehr oder weniger Bock hat. Einfach irgendwo hier der Kante. Von daher ist der beste Weg für Shock, das hier zu machen. Was macht Shock hier? Die Option geht hier rüber. Durch Hotel. Oder maybe hier rechts rum. Das sind Maybe. Man kann auch hier A gehen. Also hier den Bereich. Kann man auch noch einwerfen, aber das ist relativ unwahrscheinlich. Ich denke, maybe durch Hotel zu pushen und die Anna hier dann off guard zu holen mit dem Cassidy ist die einzig. Also nicht die einzige, aber eine der besten Ideen. Wenn das nicht funktioniert, kann man immer noch schauen. Maybe hier rechts rum oder so.
High ground, and San Francisco Shock, they need to find a way to force a movement from Florida from these incredibly safe high grounds.
Heesang and Vindime on the right side.
Oh,
Jump from Junbin and already having to use
ich schon contestet, das ist gut.
Now 10-second cooldown left. This will just force Heesang to play farther back.
Das Ding ist, wenn Shock somehow hier die Highground Control bekommt, können sie hier den Highground contesten und von da aus den Point contesten.
Especially if Checkmate hasn't used his recall. Just nature of that duel. Shock just really wasting a lot of time. Maybe someone there at the back. Able to have presence on the point. They get the first tick.
Das war die Rotation durch Hotel.
Now they finally turn towards the objective. Junbin is jumping.
Nano Windhorn.
First ultimate of the game. It's Chorong on someone who's found
Primal?
these flankers of the Shock.
Huge.
This is not where Finn wants to be, and a good catch before he could use the teleport.
Oh, das ist huge.
And showing up on the Winston.
Oh, the Winston.
Der Nano kam im Klatsch.
Huge for someone, and obviously I think that Winston is probably someone's best hero by far. Even though we've seen him to be a generalist, he won previously on the Sigma.
Der Nano kam in Klatsch.
Shock though didn't invest in that previous fight. Now they've got a little bit of a support ultimate advantage coming into this. Vindime can make sure that a fight on the point goes in their favor when everyone's stacked up using that sound barrier.
Tracer contested den Point.
Oh, the Kitsune rush from Finn, but he just evaporates.
Okay.
Okay, Jumpin has to do something with this. He's just trying to get them off the high ground. He took so much damage and Jumpin has to leave. 3-man anti from Chorong.
Jump ist einfach so low.
Lost. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't seem that coordinated, and I mean it's kind of unlucky you lose Finn that early. It's just not a fight I think should have been invested in.
Heesang's got to come up big. Has to be a hero with this pulse. Needs to get it onto either Chorong or Rupal, but you also need to do the groundwork to get the Suzu out of the way as well.
Checkmate's
So many obstacles to success right here, and one of them is Checkmate.
unlucky.
Evade that bomb.
Proper got dangerously low, managed to survive. The Shock have 1 minute left to get that second tick.
Oh, die Sound Barrier?
The point, sound barrier used as Shock head to their own backline to peel as Florida were on the flank.
Oh, Nano auf Someone. Findet. Ja, Lucio ist hier auch da. Cassidy? Ja, okay. Someone is clutching this. Holy. Oh, Shock hat auch keine Ults wirklich. Die haben Puls. Maybe Rush. Heesang muss hier einen Pick mit der Puls finden. Finn sollte ja auch Rush bekommen, ohne Probleme. Immerhin ein Stick, I guess.
But it will be the final tick for the Shock, and someone just decided too late to recontest. So they'll have to head back and hope they don't get staggered.
Well, hey, there we saw San Francisco
Mate.
finally being able to execute on a plan, pressuring someone.
Und Shock hat wieder Ults. Huge. Jumpin hätte das hier maybe contesten können.
San Francisco Shock, they're going to be up against the timer the entire way.
Jumpin sag ich. Someone.
2.5 minutes for Streets is nowhere
Maybe.
near enough to do this cover.
Ah, ich denke, das wäre auch nur Feeling gewesen.
Early fights here
To be honest.
build even more momentum. Or Checkmate can
It's a
die.
good stagger
That's
kill.
also
Yeah.
good.
That stagger
Ist das ein nicer Pick?
Now you're halfway to B. Kitsune rush 2.
Das ist die Corner for free.
This will be a big fight, and it's really about how you can surprise Florida. Really, who's going to take the initiative on this dive too? Junbin knows Florida are around the corner. Maybe even heading down the left alleyway is a neat flank.
Oh.
So we'll see the initiative of the dive. Shock jump in. Junbin has the primal and RuPaul's been killed. The Shock head in. Florida set their sights on the back line.
Ew.
And it paid off. Now you don't need to invest anything other than the primal if you're the Shock, but you're running out of time, running out of chances to just keep goofing this up. At least it's a decent push towards B, but you're gonna
Nice, Shock is rolling.
Florida got greedy and went for more kills. The Shock disengaged. They're the ones that got punished.
Yeah, that was a really goofy miscom there between the support line of Florida Mayhem. Chirong actually moved away from his good position in the boiler room and tried to go for a flanking nade. And then RuPaul just didn't bother to Suzu himself, thinking, oh, I've still got my Ana in this healable position. I don't need to worry so much about this dive. When ideally, RuPaul should have been repositioning to account for Chirong's rotation. Florida Mayhem, though, now with 5 ultimates, they can certainly recapture the momentum if they all desire to press Q.
Okay. Mayhem hat hier 5 Ults. Das ist winnable. Das Problem ist, eine Soundbarrier vom Winder könnte, wenn sie gut ist, den ganzen Push hier single-handed stoppen. Ich denke, der Plan wird hier ein Nano-Monkey sein. Das ist, denke ich, der beste Weg für zumindest mal eine Soundbarrier zu forcen. Und maybe Primal afterwards? Da würde ich auf jeden Fall keinen Rush benutzen, würde ich nur beide Support-Ults rauswerfen. Der einzige Weg, warum die Kiriko hier Kitsune Rush ziehen sollte, wäre, wenn Finn Kitsune Rush zieht. Als Counter. Das ist der einzige Weg, wo ich das sehe. Aber ich denke mal, Nano Monkey sollte ihr reichen. Maybe Primal, wenn er low geht. Ah, no man, Deadeye. Nano Monkey? Nano Primal, actually. Ne, Nano of Merit, what? Kitsune Rush?
So the Shock are just investing and those stocks are not paying off. They're going downhill.
None of Merit ist auch fein. Das ist huge damage.
That trade every time. The ultimates for the ability to stage these early dives, get the momentum. Checkmate though, at the moment playing pretty mono-directional. Is going to have
Über den Kitsune Rush lässt sich hier streiten, denke ich.
Never mind. Sometimes Kiriko just happens. You
Oh no.
Yeah, it wasn't even a headshot. Just taking poke and the heal's not coming fast enough. And
Über die Primal.
like even in contenders running the break.
I'm sorry.
Just have kind of
Ich bin einfach nicht auf der Höhe.
healing, just Ana is so line of sight dependent. Or Lucio sometimes follows your tracer around, but he's saying needs a lot more.
Ich brauch gleich einen neuen Kaffee.
Florida take it really fun. Didn't really get much out of it, but at least Junbin on the Devo be able to bully someone a lot better once inside of that shield. Checkmate.
Boah, die Position muss das treffen für Checkmate.
Maybe looking to proper now that he's out of kind of range of that matrix is the Deadeye from the front of Merit. Shocker just pinched from multiple sides, and Checkmate managed to get that pulse bomb onto Finn, and the Deadeye at the front. This is great coordination from Florida, and Shock only have 22 seconds to get anything done.
Shock hat den Nano. Sehen wir hier den Nano-Tracer? Oh ne. Ach, gerade, Alter. Nano-Tracer ist auch nicht too bad. Not gonna lie. Ah, Nano-Wins hat einfach zu viel Value.
For how this map started, Shock going towards C is not too bad. They still have some cart push as Florida a bit split on their focus fire right now.
Yicheng hat doch Puts.
Picks and then finishing off the fight's a different story. They will stack up behind Chirong. You have the Kitsune Rush available for RuPaul. Still Florida.
Mayhem hat hier Ults.
And he's saying is almost emoting on cart while this is being pushed. Florida need to focus on the objective. DPS traded out. Suzu used from Florida. Now they're able to contest. Shock with a 3-man sound barrier. Gonna keep this going for as long as they can. He's saying with the pulse bomb with the Churong. It's up to RuPaul.
Oh, Samuel kann das hier nicht contesten.
Kicking until respawns do, and Shocker meters away from capping, and I feel like Florida focuses
So scary.
just the wrong areas to allow Shock to even get this far.
Almost.
Oh yeah, you're exactly right, Lemon. While it may have been a clean engage from Florida,
Almost.
the second half of a fight, the second phase of a fight was all wrong.
Oh, ich brauche einen Kaffee.
See RuPaul use that Kitsune Rush earlier when we saw Hisang trapped on the car. If you can force someone to fight inside your Kitsune Rush, you are going to kill them, and that's exactly what overtime demands. Still, it took way too long to use the Kitsune Rush, and we also saw some, I think, maybe poor pathing from someone in terms of a dive, maybe looking for maximum jump value with the damage instead of maximum ability to cut San Francisco Shock off from their spawn room. Because even while you're antied, you're still invulnerable if you can get back into that garage, and there needed to be a more concerted effort to stop that San Francisco Shock disengage while Hisang dives to the car.
Yeah, that was Florida just living behind Shock at all times, and Shock just moved forward and got so much cart push when they shouldn't have. And just overall Shock not looking as coordinated, and to be expected, you know, you bring on a bunch of rookies, you restructure your whole team. We were expecting the Shock to have a slow start to the season, and they're playing from Korea. Not sure kind of internally if there's stuff that still need to be pieced together. But yeah, it's uncharacteristic to see the Shock not look like they have a game plan. Just the fact that it took almost till overtime to cap the point.
Yeah, like you said, there's still a lot of room for development on this roster. A vast majority of the roster is new additions. Only 2 holdovers, I believe, in Proper and Finn, so the previous comp structure has needed a little bit of augmentation. The change here from Merit, oh my goodness, that's a bad early pick. This gives Checkmate so much freedom to get on top of it.
Das ist bad. Das ist bad für Shock.
Florida already on the point, starting that first tick. Without Hisang, you don't have someone that's, you know, easily able to contest, so it'll have to be Junbin, who steps up. Proper's in the top window. Merit has to keep an eye on that. See someone bubbling that top window where Proper was, and from behind you have Hisang.
Wo kam Hisang her?
Who steps up? Proper's in the top window.
Kam die Tracer.
Keep an eye on that. See someone bubbling that top window where Proper was, and from behind
Kam der nicht?
you have Hisang has returned
Kam unten
for
durch,
his
ne?
revenge. And Florida
Gut.
heading in very deep, like past the objective to finish off these kills to truly guarantee at least a first tick. And Florida have the respawn advantage. You don't have Chorong, but should be fine with RuPaul around. Junbin's been isolated, and Hisang can't blink past this bubble.
Sad.
Fantastic Winston as usual for someone. Chorong, but
Was hat...
Florida heading an eye on that. See someone
I don't
bubbling
know.
that top
Someone killed Finn.
Proper was, and
Hier. Ah, Someone ist richtig deep. Das hab ich gar nicht gesehen.
has returned for his revenge. And Florida heading in very deep, like past the objective to finish off these kills to truly guarantee at least.
Das hab ich nicht so
And Florida have the respawn
gesehen.
advantage. You don't have Chorong, but should be fine with RuPaul around. Junbin's been isolated, and Hisang can't blink past.
Ich lasse es mal kurz laufen.
Fantastic Winston as usual.
Ich gehe meinen Kaffee machen.
Beautiful 3-man dive, and I look for risks.
Sofort wieder da.
Just teleporting in with someone onto that backline to make sure that he's getting the healing, and you can also weave in those kunai there as well to make sure that there's enough damage to take down those targets. We've got ourselves a quick replay here as the cart will settle. It's probably someone on the dive. So moving in here, it's already going to be someone and Junbin just jostling for the high ground control.
They capped you. They really debated you right there with that. But either way, somewhat. And Florida can move past this choke. Up above is Trong. That could be just setting up an anti-grenade to see if they can jump in off of that initiative. It hits Finn and Vindime. There is a push by someone. Forces out the teleport from Finn. And now he can go in even deeper. Surprised he'd
Schöne Puls auf Proper.
Easiest target he could access. Still looking to confirm that kill. And while Finn is occupied, Finn just frags Checkmate as he was probably pushing up to help someone with this. And someone doesn't have a lot of backup, but he's disengaged, at least in line of sight of his Ana. And could be going in for round 2 once his Nano comes online.
You know, we've got some valuable real estate gained here as well. Heesang has been found out on the back. Suzu could be forced out, but should be an easy pulse bomb kill.
Oh, Merit is dead here.
Oh, Merit falls over. Great dive by Schau.
Schön Primal.
Can at least take some control of this game. Florida, I mean, once they start diving, they go just deeper and deeper. And it felt like Schau just let them have too much freedom at this point. It's nice to see a
Oh, das ist ein bisschen zu close. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
While I do talk quite a bit about the
Pick it up.
interplay between Pulse Bomb and Suzu, what it does do is creates this.
There's no way, dass die den Spawners touchen wollen.
Because we've tracked that Heesang has this Pulse Bomb, and I think that does open up these little lapses in judgment where Merit could have been saved from that dive via Suzu, and maybe it could have been turned on San Francisco Shock, but you're so worried about that ultimate that you try and keep it in the back pocket. Maybe you hesitate just a second too long.
Kitsune rush. RuPaul and friends of Florida, they surge forward. They leave the cart behind.
Ah, das ist mein Kaffee jetzt fertig.
Heesang was hoping to pulse bomb just one of the stragglers, and this Kitsune rush worked out. Florida got 2 kills out of it. Vindime didn't want to counter with the sound barrier, so Schau will have at least those options to hold the end of point B.
Yeah, holding the end of point B, I think, is a more valuable fight here, and Vindime knew that. So being able to try and fight at the end here, every single fight that Florida Mayhem lose at the end of point B would drain their time bank so much. Jumper needs to be careful though here. Finn's going to be the main source of healing, and Finn might find himself constrained if Checkmate's going to be able to move in onto that match.
Got proper, ulting, looking for any target. Some have split off to the alleyway. Florida takes shelter in the Mega Pack room. When the re-engage,
Oh, Merit goes down. Sind beide DPS von mir.
As soon as Florida emerge from their shelter, as soon as they do, Junbin was right on top of them. So
Lucky.
back-to-back fights for the Shock.
Yeah, amazing fight flowchart there as well from San Francisco Shock. They didn't actually get that many kills from Proper's Overclock. What they did do is force a split that left Checkmate unsupportable and isolated, which meant Heesang and Vindime could go for the 2 versus 1 and get rid of that off-angle pressure. Then Finn's free to do whatever he pleases, and San Francisco Shock are continuing to hold on to an ult advantage.
Pretty big ult advantage. Deadeye. You thought you could be zoned off at this Suzu, the safe Merit, but he just didn't pull the trigger. So
Oh, okay.
What a collapse from the Shock. Kitsune rush and sound.
Das ist Mass Murder.
It's only 90 seconds left for Florida to get point B, and that card is pretty deep, so it'll take a lot of tools, a lot of weapons in their arsenal to get through this.
Well, those weapons are certainly coming out now, though, Lemon.
Das ist ein bisschen zu heiß.
And all of the defensive countermeasures of San Francisco. What is Jumpin doing over here?
Holy shit, der Kaffee ist ein bisschen zu heiß.
Forgot that he has an extra 1000 HP in the back pocket, but San Francisco Shock have to be careful not to get caught in rotation here.
Yeah, it'll be the Checkmate and Heesang duel. Winston's getting involved. First primal from someone. Kitsune rush. The backhands coming in strong.
Oh, Jumpin.
Did hit someone and he needed help. Merit and friends still got the kills, and they kept someone alive through all of that. And Shock just don't have the power, it seems.
Ist huge für Mayhem.
By one, but this card is sailing away, and they get the touch at the last second. Heesang is
Oh, he's dead.
loses that to Merit. Just a few more meters to go for Florida, but
Merit dies.
damn close.
Okay, go. Okay, go next.
Kills, and it's only RuPaul on the left side. And only with 20 seconds
Holy.
left, how much was invested in that last fight? It's not looking possible for Florida.
Oh, Florida hat gar nichts. Ist no way. Ah, Schock hat auch nichts.
Checkmate has been scouted by Jumpin. The recall's been forced, Lemon.
One last chance to touch. Is anyone there for Florida? Checkmate at the last second.
Oh, Checkmate ist gut. Oh, that's bad.
But it's up to the rest of Florida.
Jumpin muss auch
Live on. Someone's
Auch
jumping
helfen.
back and someone has to touch. Churong.
I forget something.
Florida didn't realize. So Shock will send us to a map 3.
Wow.
Unbelievable scout there from Junpin, getting rid of the recall. May well have saved San Francisco Shock.
You forgot something, bro.
Series right there. Overall, excellent. In
Oh
terms
my.
of just augmenting
Gibt's
their
Highlights?
to make sure that they were accounting for how much
Das würde mich interessieren.
On the Sojourn too, just having the extra mobility to go up against these dives was a really smart move. Merit had a really tough time with these
Yeah, proper.
dives and, you know,
Oh, Merit, what are you doing? Das ist mir gar nicht aufgefallen.
ability to go up
Was
against
macht Merit
these
hier?
dives was a really smart move. Merit
What?
Really tough time with these Deadeyes, and you know Cassidy is really good in these kind of close range 1v1 duels, and I think that's why he's saying had to respect that.
That one collapsed.
Checkmate and on, but
Unlucky.
with, you know, he's saying and checkmate facing off on the Cassidy here.
You know, just some fun, some games, some goofiness, and of course a huge amount of high tier practice as well, which is super important for some of the newer players that might be coming into these rosters, getting that pressure that you feel in officials acclimatized to by newer players. People like Sauna on the Florida Mayhem in particular, who's not in for this match, might be super important for them. Heading out once again with a mirror this time. Proper actually playing on the Cassidy instead of a Sojourn. Does mean that access to the high ground is going to be a little bit more laborious, but it does also mean a touch more front.
Ich denke, Sojourn für Schock wäre hier besser. Oder für beide Teams. Cassidy. Als einfach allgemein. Du hast mehr Movement. Für den High Ground. Und cool. Und einfach den Winston auch zu dodgen. Schick mir das Sojourn hast du, hat man hier mehr Mobility.
Looks like Shock are kind of just testing the waters on either side, sending their Tracer to the opposite route. Looks like you're seeing Vindime kind of assist in these rotations, trying to be the glue of this team to help them get into the spots they need. But shots being exchanged and only a small push.
Ich verstehe den NA-Pick hier nicht. Statt Kiriko.
Like either team wants to die first, as Max has just been antied, and he's brought down to half health. Heesing has had to use recall. These are just some of the cooldowns and conditions that Florida could have began their dive on. They've already posed themselves on the bot, now circled around and jumped on Max and finished him off, and the heals just didn't come quick enough for the Shock. These anti-grenades from RuPaul are disgusting. As Florida take a clean fight. Have to play a little bit slower to get RuPaul back from spawn, but at least some initial push there.
That's bad.
Yeah, RuPaul.
What happened?
Could have began their dive on. They've already
Someone killed Max. Wie ist Max hier gestorben? Max ist hier? Enter? Und Max wird hier gepusht. Überlebt hier?
Down to half health. Heesing has had to use recall. These are just some of the cooldowns and conditions that Florida could have began their.
Oh, das ganze Team rotiert hier drüber. Während Max und der Lucy da hinten chillen. That's bad. That's unlucky.
As Florida take a clean fight. Have to play a little bit slower to get RuPaul back from spawn, but at least some initial push there.
Yeah, RuPaul.
Max konnte nicht mit dem Team rotieren. Unlucky.
Honestly, a huge amount of that fight win goes over to Choron. Just being able to peel for RuPaul for so long, kept so much of San Francisco Shock's firepower focused on the back area and allowed for the flanks to be contested, cleaned up by teammate. It's going to be an early recontest here from San Francisco Shock, as Proper has actually gone a touch more mobile with the Sojourn. This could be to try and take advantage of the lack of ability RuPaul has.
Der Sojourn hier ist, denke ich, der Pick. Für Proper.
Florida have the nano. So they usually initiate this with someone jumping in, and he has primal. So there's a big push coming for the Shock. And when they kind of want to start this Kitsune rush, I think there was
a Nano-Counter.
That got by Finn, and he just gets slapped back to Jupiter. And someone's going ham.
Also auf someone.
I had a feeling that in a Winston matchup, someone was going to look one of like the strongest.
Okay, machen wir das mal fürs nächste Match.
Not able to hold a candle to someone quite yet.
You know, it's a low sample size, Lemon, but I
einfach einen kleinen Counter.
Shock aren't respecting someone's primals enough to respond to them with a sound barrier. I feel like at this point, having given up this fight is far more of a detriment than having used the sound barrier for the primal would have been. Now you have forward spawns for Florida Mayhem. That's supremely important for someone like RuPaul, who when he dies comes back super slowly.
Oh, huge pick of Finn. Der Nano of Merit ist huge.
silver lining, and I guess maybe checkmate pulls either way. Silver lining for the Shock is that Florida had to use.
Ist der Call Summon zu nah nur wenn er Primal hat?
Yeah, forward spawn also cancelled. It'll be regained once.
Ich meine, je nachdem macht das Sinn.
Crossed over the point that marks the checkpoint.
Ich meine, angenommen,
Very good push.
also so wie ich das gesehen habe bis jetzt, wenn Someone genannt wird, geht er deep, und zwar richtig deep. Und dann braucht er Primal, für da wieder rauszukommen. Das ist der einzige Weg, wie er den Playstyle überlebt. Was ist bad?
Florida to keep on trucking. He used the speed there of the Lucio. I think Merritt could have just held that even longer, to be honest, because there was no danger. At least some initial damage to maybe finish off someone's dive. Either way, this is an 82-meter push. RuPaul is dead. What a pick from Proper.
Okay.
Shot to give Shock a chance to climb back into this map 3. An 82-meter push though is respectable, but you have 6 minutes left.
6 minutes left, ja. Ich habe auch 6 Meter da.
They just need a way to leverage the cooldowns that they had. A mass disengage away from Florida Mayhem does mean that they are going to be able to recontest a lot more quickly. A few forward spawns were found, and now claiming the high ground is going to be contested by Max.
Kitsune Rush maybe?
Pop the primal, and while Florida in just in a small hallway, that's a great moment for him to take more control, but he's taking a detour.
It's fine.
Scenic route, I guess. As Shock maybe want to just pose themselves for a Kitsune Rush. They wait for the dive of Florida. They pop the bubble of someone. And Shock just playing so passively, just waiting for the moment to be forced to make a move. As it's barrier to barrier, Kitsune Rush for the Shock. And they're up by 1. A kill on the RuPaul is massive too, as Florida won't have much to say without Merritt in the picture. But
oh, someone's gone clutch with Primal.
And how can you not when you have Chorong by your side? What a clutch by Florida. As looking back at the card,
there's no way that someone hier so viel Value hat.
Tries to join forces with he's saying who primals and finishes off someone, but he's the only one left.
Das ist actually ein nicer Pick noch. Ein Late Pick.
He's saying that this is actually his debut series in Overwatch League, so it's time to go big O mode. And indeed he does. RuPaul though, with the nano in his pocket, can make sure that anyone
dass ich contesten kann in dem Board, das war ein huge Pick mit someone. None of Merit könnte ich wetten. Okay, wait. Ohne das Match gesehen zu haben, ich sag None of Merit. Ich sag, das wird None of Merit. Anytime soon? Jeden Augenblick? Jetzt. Call it. Fuck! Mein Kaffee läuft über.
All the attention went to Merritt at that moment, just stuck inside of the bubble.
Fuck.
It looks like Florida will pull through and get themselves to the checkpoint.
Mistiming there from Shock, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to try and make these dives with engage using the slide to actually go up with the Winston, Proper needs to have a fully charged rail ready to go. Because if you don't clear a target the second you get up there with a kill shot from the rail, then Proper's got no means of escaping the counter punch from Florida Mayhem. It forced Max to use his bubble in a less of an opportune position to try and deal with the Merit Nano. And Florida Mayhem are now back in control with their forward spawns and a high ground advantage. They can just troll.
Someone had the primal.
Yeah, someone's on an off angle too. Comes back to force
oh, nice jump shot.
Who's now gonna ult just without it. It's already connected on the Merit. On the other side is RuPaul.
And I should die.
The bubble from someone to protect his support. Now the
the beat.
Up, but the Chorong sound barrier
that's the mess.
Helps keep the push going even further and even deeper than Florida could ever predict. And
oh, that beat coming clutch.
To reset. They just haven't had a good just any momentum to work off of. A one fight win to the neutral point gets answered right back by Florida every time.
Someone is the SFD, the Soldier.
Also ich weiß nicht, wie Someone das auf Winston macht, aber holy shit, der Kerl ist gerade anders auf der Map.
This treasure trove, this armory of support ultimates, but can't find the ideal time to use them to actually save some players. Once again, keep your eyes.
Jetzt kommt wieder Nano für Mayhem.
Takes a risky engagement using that slide. How it can be punished by Florida Mayhem, especially with something like a Deadeye.
Yeah, Merritt's up there, and he's gonna be the target of, you would hope, Max's dive, just so you can have these tracers roam a lot more freer. But the Nano engage ready for Florida as they wait for Shock to make the first move. Max is up there, gets booped, but doesn't.
Someone macht hier nicht viel. Not gonna lie. Mit dem Nano.
Anti-healed Deadeye in the middle of the field by
Nice cancel.
forces Shock back to the bridge. He's saying sound pulse bomb didn't hit either as Florida just continuing this push and they're leaving Shock behind.
Oh, loses one.
Again and again, Proper uses mobility to get into a brawl distance of a Florida Mayhem, but then has no means of disengaging once you're at the ideal range for a Cassidy, where you can get stuck, where you can get shot down by the Peacekeeper. And now Florida Mayhem are getting even more distance. San Francisco Shock are floundering with only a minute remaining and no odds to their name.
Es ist hart für Schock, das hier zu contesten.
Stop what Florida are cooking. Got Merritt a little bit low. Proper's just charging off of the Winston bubble. Someone takes a lot of pressure, but Proper was so close.
Merritt is dead. Beat.
Sounder engaged from Florida to keep this cart going 95 meters as Shock have stolen away the bottom.
Maybe bekommt Proper. Proper hier noch eine Overclock.
Shock just fell. And Florida, if they get to 100 meters plus with this time left, it just doesn't seem like it's possible for the Shock.
Proper könnte das hier klatschen. Wenn jetzt contesten.
Because he's definitely going to deserve it after this one. Florida Mayhem are looking unstoppable, and now when someone's got another primal rage.
Muss das jetzt klatschen, um ehrlich zu sein. Oh, that's bad.
Use the jump offensively like that against a dive, especially when you know the Winston still has jump. Just getting so desperate to make.
Es ist so. Someone spielt das gerade so perfekt. Das muss man ehrlich so sagen. Florida spielt das so perfekt. Das ist hart. Das ist richtig hart. I don't know. Ziemlich hart für Schock, da irgendwas zu machen. Someone. To be fair, jeder auf Mayhem hatte gerade das Game seines Lebens gefühlt. Die hatten es einfach. I don't know. Schock ist irgendwie nicht wirklich warm geworden. It's kinda sad. Straight up outplayed. Moving on, day 2. Ich denke aber danach. Lassen wir es.
You're way taller. Yeah, and I'm in the same spot. Look, you're lucky that
against the Atlanta Reign, this team is favorited for this entire tournament. They have a great roster. While Vegas Eternal, I think Lemon brought up a lot of great points in the pre-show talking about these guys. They have a lot of, like a mountain to climb, and it's all about their resilience and showing a little bit more maturity heading into this matchup. So I'm curious to see from them as a whole, because we saw bits and pieces of leaked scrims, and
Dann gehen wir danach auch Overwatch.
let's see what type of evolvements they've made since then.
Bisschen feeden.
Spoilers for this one, it sounds like.
I hope it's a close match. I'm really hoping that this one's going to be good, but just off what we saw yesterday from Atlanta, Max. Come on, they look to be one of the best.
Yeah, Atlanta has put together like a all-star level, roster this year. I mean, look, Fielder and Schau in terms of supports. The Atlanta Reign, they'll actually come out here. I know on a Ramatra-based composition is actually going to see a little bit of a Doomfist play here from Vegas Eternal. But Atlanta, I mean, they beefed their roster up in the offseason. I mean, they've always put together pretty good rosters since their inception in the Overwatch League. But just on paper, on talent, this one's the best. As Now, for a second, it looked like Atlantis got. They actually had high ground, but this Doomfist kind of play up. So that high ground, they actually back off of it. But they're still going to be able to cap the point first. They kind of like rotate around to the opposite side.
Yeah, they just wanted to force the engagement from the Vegas Eternal, but Vegas sort of not willing to engage, so
that
they
was
let
fast.
get the cap, and then Vulcan just kind of forces it with that Doomfist dive. No real follow-up from the rest of his team, so that's going to mean that they're going to lose the first fight.
Ich denke, der Doomfist hier ist interessant. Der Doom ist definitiv interessant. Nur ich denke, anstatt Zen würde ich los hier gehen. Hansa hat ja auch gute Sidelines auf der Map, also das macht auch Sinn. Marcus Drop, das ist eigentlich der Moment, wo... Was macht die May hier? Wie überlebt der den Scheiß? Ich wollte gerade Paris Eternal sagen. Aber das ist eigentlich Vegas Eternal.
The wall is so strong. Ice block being able to get your health back. 250 health total. I know primary fire does a lot of damage like in an AoE, even if it doesn't slow anymore. And then just the right click, the alternate fire, the headshot damage.
Lass mal kurz über den Punkt hier reden. Also, prinzipiell. Ein Hanzo spielt in der Regel. Scheiß drauf, das muss so. Hier auf dem Punkt. Ist das eine gute Hanzo-Sideline oder allgemein Sniper-Sideline? Was du sagen kann? Und prinzipiell, wer hier die High-Ground-Control hat, von dem Teil hier, der hat das Match gewonnen. It's not even close. But let's say, Atlanta hat hier die High-Ground-Control. Das bedeutet, der Cassidy, in dem Fall Lip, hat hier komplett den Spaß, da zu stehen. Let's say Atlanta hätte hier die High Ground Control. Dann würde der Hanzo einfach hier stehen. Nur halt auf der anderen Seite. Oder? Ja. Ich denke, der Punkt ist relativ klar. Also wenn Atlanta hier jetzt Point Control bekommt, wird der Hanzo entweder hier stehen oder auch hier auf der Plattform. Das ist ähnlich wie bei Nepal, dass man eigentlich nur droppt, sobald der Punkt hier contestet wird. Und du kannst den Punkt hier halt nicht contesten, ohne High-Ground Control zu haben. Das ist halt das Saying. That's a saying.
And he's able to kill 2 and get out with his life, and that's got Atlanta, 82% on the point. This will be
maybe not the Doom
from Malta, just trying to maybe get players off of this high ground, and Atlanta is not going to give it up. And look at this, they can have Stalker sit down there. That's the point on the May. He's not worried at all.
Oh, huge. He's going down. Das war, glaube ich, nicht geplant. Ich denke, Winston wird Winston mehr so machen. No, du machst eigentlich dasselbe. Sehr fair. Ich denke, der Zen hat hier die meisten Probleme.
Nothing really happened. They weren't able to dislodge them from the high ground. Atlanta was able to just kind of stand strong with, Hawk there with the Nemesis form, because the Ramatra has the shield.
Das ist einfach zu stark für nicht loszugehen.
Because you have the May in the mix. So, Fielder here.
Pause.
I'm gonna call for a pause right before we'll go back into game. We'll kind of see what happens in terms of comps. It looked like they were actually maybe hovering over like a Genji pick there.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious. Vegas Eternal, so he wants to Vegas.
Hawk, you wouldn't really call it pressure, but like, no, Hawk being put on this team and staying on the roster, right? With
Yeah, I can't remember exactly if Hawk did get a role star.
Oh, ich will den Genji hier sehen.
I know a lot of people did.
Why do I feel like he got snubbed and we got angry about it?
Yeah, I feel like I remember being upset that Hawk didn't get it because he really is a very smart, versatile tank player, and we did have our concerns when, especially with the caliber of roster that the Atlanta we were worried if he was going to be able to accomplish all those tank roles, but it seems like he's found his niche on this team.
Ich mag den Reinhard-Pick hier nicht. Reinhard kann ja funktionieren. Es ist auch relativ klar, dass er Ramatra geht, to be fair. Eternal muss hier richtig W drücken.
We've been seeing a ton more Ramatra. I think the Ramatra is a little bit more versatile in that you can actually do like some damage at range, right? Like just how we kind of saw them hold that off angle in the previous round. Like there's different variations, and I think there's just more opportunity for different styles of play with the Ramatra in the mix. Like, is he not as like sturdy in the straight up brawl on brawl when the the walls go up and whatnot? Probably that's true, but I just feel like there's more just overall.
Oh, Madoff.
Ramatra is that's gonna be. This is really good for Vegas turn. I mean, they get the point first, and Malto kicks off the next by taking out Stalker.
Yeah, great job by Malthus to punish that wide swing by Stalker that he got so much value from in the first round. So that's going to be first point, and time ticking up for the Vegas Eternal.
Eternal drückt hier richtig W. Das ist der Weg, wie er Reinhard hier funktioniert. Eternal ist die ganze Zeit W andrücken. Oh, die Lamp kommt ein Clutch.
But it looks like this is going to be closing this one out, but it is just chaos right now, man.
Yeah, it is. Atlanta just kind of doesn't even care about the high ground, right? Just pushes straight on through, tries to get towards that back line. His fielder up on the high ground. He's actually going to use an amp matrix, and this is where I feel like you're in a little bit of trouble.
Ich denke, da brauchen wir auch nicht drüber zu gehen, das ist relativ klar.
Players up on the high ground. With a Ramatra, right, you can actually put the shield up there on the high ground to block some of that Nemesis form. So that's what I mean with a little bit more versatility with Ramatra's kit. In scenarios like this, but that fight's pretty drawn out though, Scott, right? Vegas Eternal is going to get up to 58% on the point, and coming into the next.
Ich meine, Paris sage ich. Atlanta ist einfach straight up zum Backline gerusht und that's it. Oh, die Maywall.
The Blizzards do go down for both squads, with the High Noon just watching the skulls go up. Great immortality field there by Luke Mino.
Annihilation, huge. Oh, das Window. Das Window. Das ist.
Yeah, and possibly you're using that amp matrix because you think you can actually finish Hawk off and then, speed your Reinhardt back in and then take that next fight, right? As Atlanta's without a tank, but they're not able to win it. But at this state, look at this. Dove is able to take out Lip here at the start. So potentially an opening here for Vegas Eternal. Sound barrier answered here for the Atlanta Reign. And that's going to be Fielder up on the high ground with that amp matrix.
Oh, der Boop.
Oh, look at that beautiful boop. That's a nice boop there. From Chio that comes in.
Hawk is dead anyways. Hawk is dead. Hawk is dead.
Still might be.
Holy.
It's going to last a little bit longer, and that's going to allow Lip to get back in the fight. And it looks like the Atlanta Reign are going to take it.
Chio showing why he was one of the best supports last year on that.
Lip hat einfach gerade. Einfach der Killfeed hier. Einfach der Killfeed. One. Headshot. Ah, ne, meinte ich, das wird 3 von dem. Oh, Mann. Da, meint, hab nichts gesagt.
Yeah, you're going to be walking into a Blizzard. Luke Amino looking like he going to try
nice
to
wall.
For a second, I thought he was going to go to the high ground, but he tries to like kind of sneak it past that May wall. So it looks like we have one player contesting. That's going to be Vulcan on the point here. Is Hawk going to sidestep that charge yet again, but kills going in favor of Vegas Eternal. It looks like just dumping a little bit too much into this fight where Atlanta Reign's not able to withstand. So Vegas is going to flip the point back in their favor.
Atlanta hat ja aber
like
Ults.
not the, biggest
winnable.
ultimate, I would say, right? That's going to like drastically turn the tide, right? But
Lustig wird der Sound Barrier ziehen.
Sound barrier when, Hawk maybe uses that annihilation. I also look at Fielder, right?
So winnable.
If he can get some high ground access, like on that plat to that, right hand side from the camera view we're looking at now, can farm up that amp matrix pretty quick. Is speed boost plus the Deadeye trying to get in position is. Yeah, Hawk's going to take a big chunk of damage, but it almost doesn't matter, Scott. That's going to actually allow him to get the Amp Matrix, and now they're going to go in. Annihilation here for Hawk. It's going to be answered with a Sound Barrier here, and they're going to push right on through, as that's a big pick on Ichio. Dove is going to pick up another one. Dove with 3, and that's going to be Vegas stealing round number 2.
Huge.
Dove's going to get an extra 4th one in overtime 5. Yo, it still counts.
Dove got it.
It is in the overtime when everyone's moving soon. I love that last second.
Shots. I actually don't think I hear them.
It's over.
Look.
It's over. Brent's gone. We need to
There's
move
nothing
on.
Komm,
wrong with
Genji.
Shot Bandit. There's
Lip
nothing
auf
wrong
Genji.
with Body Shot Bandit. So,
Sad.
like as long as they end up in the feed, it doesn't
Ah,
matter.
hätte ich gern gesehen.
Vegas, they come out same composition. Atlanta will stick on the Ramatra here as it'll be Atlanta actually taking position on point here first. This like kind of like high ground's a little bit odd, at least for me, Scott, because like you do have a little bit of like high ground, but it's not great. And then also you're kind of like having to be the one that like comes around this pillar, which it's just a really easy position to get those May walls down. So you see Vegas now they're going to have to attack as Vulcan.
Eternal muss hier W drücken mit dem Reinhardt.
You can actually kind of keep that shield like non-active and.
Wir brauchen hier eine gute Maywall.
Oh, he actually gets burnt down there. Looks like it's really low and no support there. Being able to help him out as now I think once they lose that Rhine, that's when Hawk can really start to get going. Specifically if he has that annihilation up.
And honestly, it's Stalker who I think is really aiding Atlanta in this setup. He's playing a flanking Mei style, which is, let's be honest, unconventional, but it's working. He's taking that off angle, which is forcing the Vegas Eternal to look at him, and that's isolating Vulcan, forces him to go down, because Stalker can just ice block anytime that happens. With the first cap now as well, they have the advantage.
Oh, das Positioning von der May.
Whenever he wants to. The Matrix comes out from Luke Mino, but
you can kite this.
Walled, and they can run away, man.
Yeah, you can just walk away from this, right? You're
Window?
not getting like any
Nice.
point percentage either because they just kind of play around that corner, and that's a really I actually like the way that Fielder used that Amp Matrix, right? Like so, Vegas they use theirs early, and Atlanta can just kind of kite it and like not take any damage, just hide around that pillar. And at that point, I feel like if you're Atlanta, you have to know that Vegas is going to be coming in soon. As soon as they start to come around the corner, they drop the Amp Matrix, a little bit of damage. Then it's Annihilation. No, it's the Nemesis form there, popped by Hawk. And he actually just runs right in, and he's able to just put down that finishing damage to take them out. As now he has the Annihilation. I feel like this fight, Scott, you're getting into like do or die territory here for the Vegas Eternal.
The
They need
bait?
to win this next fight.
This is an everyone press Q kind of fight going. Stalker's going to throw his Blizzard quite aggressive. Both teams have, but nothing.
Oh, der Kästli, ja.
Dove is playing sneaky, waiting for the aggression.
Das könnte funktionieren tatsächlich.
With the damage reduction on this Deadeye, you can actually sort of sustain through this kind of damage. They're going to sound barrier to keep him alive. They're
Unlucky.
isolated, but he's just blocking it.
Oh, der Luce ist dead. Das ist huge.
He will not die.
Oh, and you have the sound barrier going here for the Atlanta Reign. That's going to keep everybody up. Hawk looks like he ends up picking up 2. The mag grenade there. Just throw it anywhere in Dove's direction. It's going to hit him right in the mouth. As you might be able to come back here and get a touch. It looks like Malta going over to the Tracer. Looks like Rack Attack trying to come on in. Nice Maywall there from Stalker, and that'll be.
Ich würde sogar behaupten, das ist eine Maywall, Div.
Harder than I think we anticipated, right? No,
Ich denke, die Maywalls von Atlanta hatten mehr Value.
Vegas Eternal taking around.
Yeah, I think Vegas Eternal, they look good with the setup that they're trying to play right there, and they sort of did
Nicht, dass sie in einem Bett waren, aber sie waren einfach
multiple positions. I
besser.
wasn't a fan of what they did in this first round with Vulcan on that Doomfist, but the brawl setup looks good for them. If they can lean on that, I think they could have a chance at taking.
Und ich denke, der eine Fight mit Amp Matrix. Also, lass zurückgehen. Ein Ort. Oh. Wo Atlanta einfach kiten können?
No, it's the point I feel, and that's a real
Hier.
As well, they have the advantage. Vegas has to walk into them and
Ich denke, das hier war Das hier war bad von Eternal. Die Amp war viel zu früh. Das Window. Das Window war viel zu früh. Hätte ich warten müssen, bis bis der Reinhard da durchpusht. Mit dem Lucio. Und dann die Amp ziehen. Und maybe auch nicht in dem Durchgang. Sondern eher hier so mitten am Punkt. Maybe der Angle. So dass der Denta keine Chance hat, das großartig zu kiten. Und ansonsten müssen sie eine Maywall wasten. Und können keinen Spieler damit isolieren. Ich denke, das war das Problem, tatsächlich. Ich denke, das war eine Mative. Turner hat nicht eine Maywall wirklich platzieren können, für einen Spieler zu catchen. Sagen wir Hawk oder I don't know, anyone. Der ist no, wenn das ein Lip auf Video bleibt. Ist der die Myra? Der ist no way, dass die Top geht. Der ist no way, dass die Turner hier Top geht. Das könnte scary werden.
Coming out here for the first point defense on Hollywood, but
what's wrong with Brig?
No, it's just Tor Brig is just an interesting setup. Especially the Brig is going to feel essentially useless when you're playing against this Atlanta Reign squad. They're playing double flex support, they're playing the Sigma. If you're that Brig player, how are you getting inspired points? How are you healing the rest of your team outside of those health packs?
Das ist ein guter Punkt von dem Caster. Das ist ein ziemlich guter Punkt von dem Caster. Ich habe überlegt, darauf einzugehen, aber ich wollte es eigentlich lassen. Aber ich mache es jetzt anyways. Und zwar Break hat ihr ganzes Value in Inspire, right? Das ist der ganze Punkt von Break. Du hast permanent Inspire up, Heal dein Team. That's not gonna happen. Das würde funktionieren, wenn Atlanta hier jetzt einen Rush-Com spielt. Oder einen Dive-Com. Jetzt sagen wir Winston. Und dann steht ihr Break da Basic bei dem Bub die ganze Zeit. Oder bei dem Cassidy. Und verhindert quasi den Dive. Das Ding ist, du bist Defense. Du hast keinen Plan, was für eine Comp da geht. Das bedeutet, warum Break? Warum? Warum nicht Lucio? Warum, I don't know, nicht Kiriko? Warum nicht Zen? Zen wäre ja auch huge. Disorb, genau. Disorb. Auf, I don't know. Anyone. Huge value. Easy clap. Da könnte man Dove noch mit einer Ash ersetzen und here you go.
I was gonna say, I mean, this is where Atlanta Reign, right? Obviously, being on offense and being able to see this and then make some adjustments.
Ich glaube, Atlanta versucht hier mit Zen ein bisschen was. Not gonna lie.
Just put down so much damage, even with the Bat and the Zen in the mix, right? Just a really strong poke comp. As looks like Hawk goes low though, so that's the immortality.
I mean, das ist so much damage.
Looks like they've decided
Du hast permanent den Poke von Dip auf Ash. Permanent den Damage von Enzo, den Spam, das Spam von dem Sigma, dazu kommt ein Discord-Orb und der Zen-Spam. There's no way, dass Eternal das ja großartig pieken kann. Vor allem nicht mit der Break als Heal. Da steht eine fucking Heal-Packs und davon 3. Die sind schnell geburnt.
Just like a finishing move there, just taking him out as Rack attacking the feet, take out Hawk as Although we talked about how strong Atlanta Reign's comp could be against something like this from Vegas. Vegas holds on and gives up no point progress. So pretty good first defense here from Vegas Eternal.
Yeah, playing it very well.
Das Ding ist, Eternal spielt das hier für die Comp, die sie haben, ziemlich gut. Der Grund, warum sie das gewonnen haben, ist, sie erwarten, dass Atlanta das hier pusht. Weil die müssen obvious den Point pushen. Das ist keiner der Modus. Und Brick kann einfach hier chillen und permanent ihre Spire triggern. Das Problem ist, Brick wird auch sehr schnell gefokust. That's kind of...
By threatening and coming up here, he can sort of make them a little bit more wary, but you see Hawks coming into the stairs, trying to clear it for them as well.
First turret.
This is a lot of time coming on the point.
Nice.
We see the Bob go out, I don't know exactly where it is. He's just standing in the open. Good job, Bob. But yeah, Paris is going to back
Bob ist doing stuff. Was macht Dove hier?
Bob doing Bob things as we got a rally on the other side of things.
Achso, aber die... What? Dove? Dove? Dove?
He just rolls right on past him as that'll be the Atlanta Reign picking up the final few kills.
That's a bit deep.
Atlanta Reign take that first point. What'd you say?
That's enough cooking for
Das war kein Feeling.
You know, we'll just give him a minute. That was a little bit too much.
He thought he was playing.
Lucy Brick? What?
Dipping and diving is he's gonna get back on and get a
You can't do this.
Looks like they still want to fight this. Is all Malto. He actually just
Lucy Brick ist keine Comp.
takes a shot there from
Ist no way, dass
Stalker is that's gonna be the
Rack hier nicht switchen wird.
Maybe we have some wholesale changes here coming in from Vegas Eternal because I mean what I was gonna say you don't really love
Okay.
Torbjorn
Mercy?
here as you move into
Genji?
the second point. It doesn't
Okay.
really, like the turret doesn't really
Das ist
have
fancy.
much high value, like not like many off angles you can get with so much map.
Mercy Ash? Das ist
So
huge.
I like the changes here from Vegas. They like
Das ist eine gute Poker.
Mercy here with Dove on the Ash, so a little bit of a Mercy pocket coming in.
Yeah, this is an interesting swap up. It makes
I like
sense
that.
they use those ultimates, maybe not the Gravitic Flux, but oh no.
Ich denke, es ist nur ziemlich hart für den Genji hier was zu machen. Wegen dem Sinn. Tatsächlich. Zen wird hier, Zen sage ich, Genji wird hier permanent disorb und hardcore gefokust. Aber das Problem, what the heck ist der Rest? Ja, das Problem ist, Genji kann hier kein Value bekommen. Atlanta erlaubt Genji ja absolut nicht irgendwas zu machen. Ansonsten sind sie dead. Das ist ein Fakt. Wenn der Genji jetzt somehow irgendwie Momentum findet, wird das kritisch für Atlanta. Aber na. Er ist einfach dead durch den Disorb ist das halt actually insane.
They have to try and punish. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say they have to try and punish somebody like Hawk, right? You can't allow him to play that aggressive and take that much space, get below 50% HP, and then just walk away, right? You're never gonna be able to kind of like stand pat and control and try and get some of this space back if you're just gonna let him just run through you like that.
And they haven't really found any value from this.
Oh, Vigilante dead. Oh mein Gott, das ist nasty.
Gets Vigilante and Stalker just shuts him down after that one, and the card's gonna keep moving it, but these people are stuck in a
Das ist nasty.
Mercy, the Ash, and the Kiriko. The Kiriko can TP out at any
Die haben Blade.
You can see Stalker actually.
Die Turner hat ja Blade.
Doesn't want to let them get
Oh,
out.
das ist bad.
Oh, that was close, but unfortunately not able to find the fix.
Oh,
Unlucky.
The Mercy lined up right there. Same with Lucamino, and actually Lucamino gets out, drops his
Genji dead again.
rush, and he's gonna be able to pick up one. This is gonna be Hawk using a gravitic.
Ich glaube, Genji ist ja nicht der Pick.
Dragon Strike being
Nicht gegen die Comp von Atlanta.
Bob in the mix here. I know for Dove is everybody just tossing their ultimates here. Is you see how close the payload was, Scott. Actually, just kind of.
Genji muss deep kommen, um Stuff zu machen, denn der kommt Genji nicht deep.
Das
wird nicht funktionieren.
You still have this transcendence though, right? You know, whether it's going to be for the gravitic flux or the dragon blade that
Genji kann auch defense-mäßig gespielt werden, not gonna lie. That's a thing.
You're still in a pretty good spot to withstand what Vegas is going to throw at you.
Und rein als Finisher-Move keiner benutzt werden. Aber ja. Die haben mir immer auch played. Genji geht High Ground. Drop wieder. Versuchen hier die Trends zu baiten. Oh, huge. Keiner. Oh, er ist one. Unlucky.
I know once that transcendence like wears off a little bit, yeah, they're able to get some extra kills out of this. Field are able to farm up.
Ja. Ich glaube, der Genji funktioniert hier nicht wirklich. Ich glaube, die Mercy ist auch kein Surrounding, to be fair. Weil prinzipiell Genji wird hier permanent gefokust, wie kein anderer. Das hängt nicht mit seinem Playset zusammen oder so. Das hängt einfach daran zusammen, dass er dann ein verdammt gutes Team oder ein gutes Team-Comp dafür hat. Fuck, I'm dumb. Trash. Ein gutes Team-Comp dafür hat. Hat permanent den Discord aus. Kommt einfach nicht deep rein. Dazu kommt, dass die Mercy permanent draufpocketen wird. Mit dem Damage Boost. Und dadurch eigentlich permanent ein 3v5 hast. Weil der Genji kann nichts machen, die Mercy ist keiner, nur der Damage Boost. Ich drücke hier permanent meine falsche Maustaste, Alter. Die Mercy ist nur dafür ein Damage Boost. Von daher könnte man den Punkt auch Zen gehen. Und maybe, wenn man den Genji spielen will als Team, als Divecom. Dann als Divecom. Bei der Eggmans hier sind nicht geswitcht.
Nothing crazy here from Vegas on offense just yet. Maybe
Unlucky.
playing a brig in the mix. We'll see what happens when.
Ja, das macht mehr Sinn.
But Atlanta, they go with the Tracer here on defense with that double flex support with Z Vigilante and like we talked about. You know, in the lineups, expected to see double flex support. What are your thoughts on the Tracer here?
Ich würde Lucy Kyoko eher sehen.
Und a little bit more of that versus like a Genji or even a Hanzo on D.
Mercy kann ja auch funktionieren mit Hanzo. Ash. Oh, okay. Genji ist back in line.
Stalker's gonna just try and be pesky and annoying and make it impossible for Dove to almost free fire and make them always having to help and turn rack attack.
Yeah, we'll get an overlay change in just a sec as that it'll be Vegas on offense here with Atlanta on D is they go for the Genji play here on offense for Vegas is
Stalker's
some of the damage that comes down right from the Ash
unlucky.
could easily be followed up with like a Genji just a dash through, right? I know a dash through and just like one alternate fire finishes that player off. So farming up a little bit of a Valkyrie here, you know, doing some extra healing and damage boosting. But you don't even know how like impactful that ultimate is, right? I know some changes recently. I think kind of like debated within the community whether it's a buff or nerf, you know, to Mercy overall. But you know, getting closer to having that ultimate. It looks like they're having some trouble though, Vegas. Like even making it through the choke as look at how much
Hawk
is put down Scott. He's already got this gravitic.
Turner hat hier beide Support Ults.
So slow. Malthor has 40% ult charge in a minute and a half, and then just tries to get a little aggressive.
Turrets.
Well, he's got to make something happen. Oh.
Yeah, but they're gonna
Hawk macht hier ein paar Shenanigans.
It's not really gonna do
Huge.
Hawk is
Shit.
just flying around the map trying to punish. Unable to find any of the kills with that ultimate
Ja.
coming out from the Mercy. Lumino's gonna drop the amplification matrix.
Nice Impuls.
They're just unable to isolate any of these targets as Hawk comes up, gets a great rock onto Dub, and that should spell retreat from the Vegas Eternal.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this, composition here from Vegas Eternal. Vegas is on offense here. It's really kind of like feast or famine, right? Like you're relying on the Mercy being able to damage boost like the Ash or do some damage boosting.
Ich verstehe die Break hier jetzt nicht.
And being able to like finish off those kills, but like you said, it's like quite slow. Like,
Du gehst schon Kiriko
really giving them some easy targets.
und gehst dann trotzdem auf Break.
You're just kind of like standing there, like waiting for somebody to make a play, and that's probably why Malto feels like he has to like dive in, try and make something happen.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to get reses at this point and at this level when everyone's not playing these long-range hit scans. You can't get those easy reses. We haven't seen a single res go out, so they just didn't get value. That's why Rack Attack switched back.
Oh,
There's just so much damage.
that
there.
hurts.
Vigilante hits a nice right click down the corridor to take out Malthus once again. And Malthus is still
okay.
found no value. Hawk's going to use another Gravitic Flux. He is absolutely dominating.
Worth.
He's farmed them so fast, right? It doesn't matter. May as well throw him in. I'm curious, what's your thoughts on?
Ich denke, dieses Support-Comp hier ist auch nicht gerade hilfreich. Also hauptsächlich Break.
I don't see many synergies coming through at all. You don't have, even if when Malthus gets his blade, what do? He's going to get the blade, he's going to dash in, and Vigilante's going to Transcendence. And without the nano boost, without the Mercy damage boost, he's not going to be able to really find any value. So it kind of feels like sunk cost at this point by Vegas Eternal. They're just playing it.
Der einzige Weg, wie er hier Value mit Plate findet, ist durch Vulcans und Flux.
Nice shot by Lip, and more time is going off, but there's 20 seconds remaining. Leonard could push this objective a little bit more.
Das Problem ist, die müssen hier transbaiten. Okay, huge. Ready? Blade? That's the thing? Oh, he's dead.
He'll get one. Few other players drop here for the Atlanta Reign. So Vegas with an opportunity to take this first point. It looks like they're going to work their way onto it.
Ich denke, mit Tracer wäre hier deutlich besser. Not gonna lie. Oder so ziemlich jeden anderen. Als Genji. Immerhin haben wir jetzt Lucy Kiriko. Das ist besser. Na, meint, wir haben wieder Kiriko Break. Ey, der Tracer Switch. That hurts. Oh, das ist unlucky. Das ist unlucky. Oh, Vigilante dead? Tracer duel?
We'll see if they know something that I don't, but right now they're stuck at the choke once again with only 1:40 remaining, Matt.
Yeah, and I don't think this is strictly a Vegas Eternal thing. I think you'll probably see this from Atlanta Reign throughout the season against a lot of teams in the league, as they are set up in a fantastic position this season for success. As they have Hawk, here in the tank role from last season, but also like Gator in a coaching role, which it's pretty cool to see somebody go from a player for the team directly into the coaching staff. Somebody who's kind of even played with some of these players. Still remaining is Stalker, doing what it implies, stalking his prey.
Just waiting for this pulse, waiting for someone to walk in.
Oh, schöner One-Tap. Oder One-Clip, besser gesagt.
You can see Vegas just don't really have an answer to
and look at Vegas. They're split here, right? So a few of these players end up actually like kind of pushing on through, and a few players are actually stuck back by that first point. And Atlanta realizes it, and what happens? They have some DPS here come collapse onto Rack Attack.
Ich denke, Eternal spielt das hier mehr wie ein Rank-Game. Not gonna lie. Atlanta ist viel mehr focused. Hab ich das Gefühl. Atlanta nimmt das hier ernster. Statt Eternal, hab ich das Gefühl.
Looks like just gonna connect with Hawk as he'll take some damage and that's gonna be
Das ist ein huge Team-Diff.
Yeah, and the pulse bomb doesn't get any value, and Hawk is going to go down with a nice shot there from Dove. So this should give the Vegas Eternal at least a chance to start stepping up. But the issue they're gonna have, you can see Stalker just lurking in the shadows. Lip is still standing on this high.
Oh, almost.
Backline supporting him. So they have
Oh, okay.
a trade. Stalker and Dove.
I mean,
You take that if you're the
das war trotzdem huge.
attack is going to react by popping the rally. If you're the Atlanta Reign, I think you're happy with this. You control the high ground.
Darauf muss ja so schnell wie möglich wieder zurückkommen. Mit Bob können wir das als einziges noch fairly gut contesten.
Yeah, also a little bit of a slight spawn advantage, right? With the Tracer able to make it back a little bit earlier.
Und
Oh, that's gonna be Vulcan. He was going
da kommt der Bob.
on the Hawk as he used the gravitic
Oh, der-
fall up into the sky.
der ist okay.
Everybody's falling here for the Vegas Eternal.
Der Bob
They
ist
thought
gut.
They needed to dump in that rally to keep the cart moving. Not enough though.
Unlucky.
as Atlanta pounces from the high ground and they will take the
Ich
series.
denke, die Genji-Brick kommt,
Atlanta
ist
looks really
ein
strong.
Problem.
Also, pleasantly surprised with Vegas' performance, if I'm quite honest with you. I actually thought Vegas put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I think
Smells
Vegas
right.
showed at least some signs of life, especially on that first map. With the
Yeah.
Hollywood, I wasn't in love with their compositions, but
Ja, das war's. Ja, es waren an sich. I don't know. I don't know. Schwierig. Es waren gute Matches. An sich. Aber es war ziemlich sloppy. Ich denke, das ist das richtige Wort dafür. Es hat sich irgendwie nicht richtig angefühlt. Lass noch ein paar Games hier machen. Dann wäre ich raus. Für den Moment. Dann mache ich eine Essenspause. Ich hätte gerne mehr dazu gesagt, aber das meiste war halt so ein, ja, just get rolled. What the heck? Wo häng ich? Okay.
Traveling to New Queen Street. Prepare
Nice.
for battle. Select your hero.
Wir machen das eine Match hier und dann. Oder vielleicht zwei. Dann bin ich raus. Okay, was haben wir hier?
Last one you'll ever cross.
Reinhard, Genji. That could work.
You can't escape death.
Lass Reinhard gehen. Reinhard sag ich. Reaper.
3, 2, 1.
Aber Mercy, warum haben wir hier Mercy?
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Flanking.
Tracer noch Recoil? Oh mein Gott, habe ich gerade verschluckt. Tracer da? no way, dass er das nochmal macht. One is low. Wir haben Blossom, ja.
What a shame.
Gut. Oh. Oh, das war ein Instant Kill für mich. Das war ein nicer Schilder. Get out of there. Nope. Komm, pick da. Nice. Oh mein. Oh, ich würde können. Nice. Oh, unser Rennen ist so nice. Oh, that's bad.
Approaching the final destination.
That's the same. Oh, die Mirror! Oh, das wird. Ich würde den Reiner zu loten. Rüber?
They stole the robot from us.
Ja, Pigs. Split und da. Enemies. Ich hab einen Nano. Der ist. What? Ich hab Shift gedrückt. Ich dachte nicht, dass er mich chargen will. Unlucky.
shadows coalesce. Don't let them push that barricade.
Ist doch auf der Rätsel, oder? Naja. Na, Moment.
Enemies sighted.
Can. Oh, die Mirror.
Left retirement for that. Death appears. There's one.
Can't. Keine Helix, deswegen kann ich hier hinporten. Okay, ich dachte, dass ich da runterfalle. So dumm. Hat den Bub nicht beachtet. Hat Nano. Also, wir haben Blossom und wir haben Nano.
2-minute warning.
My ultimate is ready.
Forward spawn.
Huge. Is that a thing? Komm weg.
Approaching the final destination. Nano boost administered.
Nice.
Victory.
Huge.
Play of the game.
Das war nice. Unser Rainer war verdammt gut. Diana auch. I don't know about that. Sieht aus wie so ein Hunter-Skin.
Unlimited power.
Das ist nice.
Throw a planet at me? I'll throw it back.
This is no time for diplomacy.
Drift into the void.
Traveling prepare to a 66. Select your hero.
I don't know. Maybe Genji? Haben der einer Kiriko? Why not? Sprich nichts dagegen.
Watch your flank.
You seem nice. I hate to kill you.
The fuck?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
Hab ich. Heute?
Be careful, Shimaba.
Der ist No Shot! Ich hätte rausdashen sollen. Nice. Hans ist going crazy. Rausdashen sollen. Das ist verdammt. What the heck just happened? Ich hab eh gespammt. In dem Moment, wo die Quick mich genockbackt hat, habe ich eh gespammt. Aber somehow... Seid ihr maybe switch? What the heck macht die einer hier? Ich switch hier. Ich bin grad so bad. Weil wir haben Blade, ne? Fuck that. Wir haben auch das Blade. Was drauf?
Will always precede victory.
What is that melody?
What the heck?
Got one here.
Wo ist der, ne? Und? Okay, da hätte ich jetzt actually Help erwartet, also. Ich dachte nicht, dass wir da am Punkt chillen. Ah, anyways. Wir haben 5 Holz. Going? Nice. Wir haben gerade 4 Holz benutzt. Das war eine schöne Blade. Man hört den Deflect. Man hört den fucking Deflect. Guys. Ja, anyways, switche. Going high ground. Nice. Katö? Hier? Achso, an der. Na Mann. Just kidding! Just kidding.
I'm not ready to ride into the sun.
Hab keine Musik. That's the problem. Gehen hier links rum. Einmal schon da. Na Mann. Ist noch bei. Warum ist unsere Ella an der fucking Payload gestorben?
Silly human.
Hat der da reingepuncht? Damit zurück. Ich hab Bob, wir haben wieder 4 Ults, wir werden alle Q drücken.
Tanking, stay in front, please, you stupid mother.
Schafft ihr echt nicht? Na Mann. Ah ne, das machen wir nicht. Das ist dumm. Ist der Mirror. Wo ist der Mirror? Oh, da. What? Plattform? Ich hätte bomben sollen. Ich gesehen, dass wir. Ich dachte, wir hätten noch. Ich hätte das hier bomben sollen. Ich dachte, wir hätten noch.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Ash ist deutlich besser als Genji. Im Moment.
I'm the last one you'll ever cross. This place just ain't the same
It's the play.
since that son of a gun ran away with my bike. I'm here.
You remind me of myself when I was younger.
That a compliment?
You be the judge.
Okay. Thanks for the
Oh, fuck.
compliment. These are
Hat
the
einen
first
Spark
cats
Skin.
I've seen that weren't dying on somebody's windowsill. I'll get in the pool. I'm good and ready.
5,
I'll get in the pool.
3,
I'm good and ready.
Amatra ist ein solider Tank. Für hier.
incoming. Stop the payload.
Genji left. Nice. Was ist denn Hanzo? Am Nana. Okay. Unlucky. Was ist denn los? Soldier, come back. I won't do this. Ist no way, dass ich hier stehen bleiben kann. Was mache ich?
Bro.
I ain't a quitter.
Ihr doof. Safe. Okay. So. Wir benutzen hier gerade alle Ults nacheinander. Wir kriegen einfach keine fucking Picks. Jesus. Am Nano also.
Come back, Diva, please.
He's not boys.
You're gonna die.
The tank is not boys. You know that. Haben wir gezogen, Rush. Ich wurde einfach geil shootet. Das ist auch dumm, dass ich da runtergesprungen bin. Aber der Diva nicht vertraut, das zu halten. Ich wollte eigentlich nach links hoch. Ich wollte eigentlich hier auf die Plattform. Okay. Das treffe ich denn nicht. Lucky. Trefft den Main nicht. Versuch hier einen Engel zu kriegen.
Fine. Good. I'm dead. They get low when facing up. Yeah. Good job.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Victory.
Ich bin viel zu oft gestorben. What? Really? Na, das ist unverdient. So bad. Okay. Blatt 3? Okay, ungefähr. Hä? Kann ich? Please? Close. Fair, meine Statistik sieht gerade nicht gut aus. Ich denke mir, ich bin positiv, dass wir wieder auf Diamond kommen. Im Laufe der Zeit. Aber wie gesagt, ich bin jetzt raus. Ich denke, es war fun. Ich denke, wir haben keiner was gemacht mit den Reviews. Es war nicht so spannend, wie ich gehofft hätte, ungefähr. Es war ziemlich... Ja. Ziemlich scuffed, ungefähr. Hat mir ausgesehen wie ein Ranked-Match. In den meisten Fällen. Von daher, ja. Was auf jeden Fall gut war, war das Mayhem-Match. Mayhem vs. Atlanta. Was, glaube ich? Was, Atlanta? Ich gehe mal davon aus. I don't know. Auf jeden Fall war das huge. Aber abgesehen davon war es so okay, meiner Meinung. Ich denke mir, gehen einfach die Liste weiter runter. Morgen mache ich das wieder. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich morgen stream. Ob ich morgen überhaupt stream. Je nachdem erst. Wann ich hier wieder zurückkomme. Ich muss noch ein bisschen Stuff machen. Meinen Eltern helfen. Von daher wird das ein bisschen dauern. Und ja. Von daher hätte ich behauptet, es war fun. Und see you next time.